don't have a bingo card. Where are the bingo cards? Do we have it?
We have audio now.
Oh, we have audio now. What about bingo cards? Where are the bingo cards?
There's a link in chat, but if you are not on chat, you might need to find it in the actual Discord.
We don't have a command set up for it. That's criminal. Okay, I've got it.
Okay. All right. Well, after a few hiccups, which, this would not be a Roll Plus Bond stream if there were not some technical hiccups. That's just the name of the game. So let's try this again. Welcome to the 4th anniversary Roll Plus Bond live stream in support of Trans Lifeline. I'll talk about Trans Lifeline in a minute, but for the moment, I just want to introduce who else is with me. Do you want to say hello, folks?
Hello, folks.
Very good.
Excellent. A+.
I'm winning.
Fantastic. We'll need to have this different bingo card just for score, I guess. If we're keeping track of this competition all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm going to open a notepad doc.
Oh, please do.
Okay,
this is great.
But who are you?
I'll never tell.
Philosophically, existentially, ontologically, who are you?
Currently nervous, but also I am Elithanathile, Elith, whatever you want to use, basically. He, him pronouns, first player of this game, I guess.
G'day, my name's Mitchell. You can call me Mitch. If you're my friend, if you're not, you can call me Mitchell. And you can find me on. You can find me in the chat. I'm Dry Gold. Hello. I'm also a streamer on Twitch, so you should come give me a follow.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you. So, as I said, this is in support of Trans Lifeline. And I'm super excited about that because Trans Lifeline is an organization that I've been involved with for a long time, back when it was getting started. Oop, I think somebody's sound is coming through. If you could mute the stream.
I've got the stream muted. I've also got Roll20 muted.
Okay, weird.
That might be another place where it could be coming through.
All right, there we go. Anyways, so Trans Lifeline is near and dear to my heart because I used to be an operator for Trans Lifeline, and it's been through some rough patches, but they're out there doing the good work for a very small community that can, for all the debate and for all the debate out there, trans people are a very small part of the population, and so to have a hotline that's just for trans people is pretty incredible. They're also one of the only crisis hotlines that is out there not doing involuntary rescues. And if you're not familiar with what an involuntary rescue is, that is when the operator calls 911 or emergency services on the person calling in because they believe that that's what's necessary to prevent serious harm to the caller. Now, on paper, that sounds like, okay, that might be necessary, but the reality is that, at least here in America, if you call emergency services, the first people who are going to show up are the police.
Mm-hmm.
And as we see time and time again in the news, The police are no friends, unfortunately. They say they're here to help, and oftentimes what ends up happening is they cause more problems than they solve. Let us jump into the game. We are playing Starforged, Ironsworn Starforged by Sean Tompkin. And we are it is a sequel to the game Ironsworn and Ironsworn Delve. You can check those out pretty much anywhere you can get indie TTRPGs, itch.io, Drive Through RPG. It's a cool game. But should we go around, say who our characters are?
Sounds like a good start.
Sure. I went first time, so I'll go first last time. I'm gonna be playing Ren Mark 7. You see, not Ren Mark 7. That's my father. He's a slick dude. He's a gearhead and a scoundrel. He has a utility robot called Mark 7. He's here to get some money and get the hell out of here. Looking out for himself, looking out for his own. And his own is just him. And he's willing to take anything that's not nailed down.
So you're Ren Mark 7, your father is Ren Mark 7, and your child robot companion is Mark 7?
Yeah, because, Mark 6 broke, didn't it? So, fixed it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just hearing that song, I'm My Own Grandpa, playing in my head.
Oh, yeah, he's my uncle.
Is it me? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So I am playing Grace Harbinger. She
I just got that. I just got it. Yeah, good. No, that's great. Good work.
Yep. Grace is, I guess, the simplest way to describe her is a country doctor. But of course, in the horrible, horrible world that we have created for this game, which we'll get to in a second here, it's not like she carries around a cute little doctor's bag. This is not, Call the Midwife or anything like that. This is, no, she has a glitchy medical, augmented hand, mechanical hand that has tools built into it specifically for performing rudimentary medical care. So that's Grace.
Hence the Harbinger.
Indeed.
Lovely. I'm Lastupton. I'm Harville Coriander Spry, he, him pronoun, or he, they pronouns actually. I've been around the block a little bit, ex-soldier, ex-courier, ex-medic, ex-preacher, and now kind of just go around and blow some things up and scavenge other things for whatever we can sell them for. It ain't much, but it's a living.
We love a person who can blow things up for some scrap. So about this horrible, horrible world that we created for this game, we did some of the prep work ahead of time, because normally in this game you part of play is creating the world, creating the characters, doing all that fun stuff, but it's not exactly like the kind of fun stuff to watch on stream necessarily. Although, as we are all fans of Friends at the Table, that's something we're kind of used to. But we decided to do that ahead of time and just get that out of the way. So I'm going to read a short summary here, just to sort of introduce you to the world that we have created for the game. Some time ago, when we were still in the cradle of human life, a terrible incident known as the Sun Plague destroyed our solar system. Though the details are lost to time, the prevailing theory is that it was a scientific experiment that blew up in our collective faces. Desperate to escape, the last survivors of the human race fled on a flotilla of assorted ships equipped with experimental FTL engines that left a cosmic scar in their wake. The ecological damage of this scar was severe, and the FTL engines were decommissioned and banned from further use or development. Swaths of space are now marred by the damage of these engines and can catch a pilot unaware and trapped in a pocket of space where only minimal thrust is possible. So few of us survived this trip, and those that did were separated by the imprecise navigation used to get us out of danger in a hurry. Today we swear vows on iron remnants of the ships of our ancestors took to get us here. Sorry, I almost dropped my microphone. We carry these iron pieces as jewelry or simple sculptures small enough to fit in our pockets or on personal shrines. Though the spiritual, religious, and ethical practices of the old space remain thriving and varied, in the intervening years, we have developed something of a civic religion of reverence to our ancestors for getting us here. We are each of us descendants of survivors, refugees. For that we show our undying gratitude and swear before our ancestors binding vows on iron. We live by guiding principles and law of the Charter, which was established shortly after arriving here. We are blessed and cursed with strange and awesome power in this space called the Forge, something new that developed the longer we were here. Communication is essential among our disparate population, but outside of short-range burst signals, we must rely on couriers sworn on iron vows to deliver messages through our settled regions of space. Advanced medical care is available in the most densely populated areas of space, known as the terminus, but the outlands or expanse may rely on outdated medical technology. Our technology is not what it once was. The most sophisticated AI and functional technology is kept secure by the most powerful among us, while the rest of us get by on second-hand goods that were second-hand a long time ago. Decimated by a number of tragedies along the way, we are too few. We are too few to have wars or organized conflict through skirmishes between outlaws. We are too few to have wars or organized conflict. Those skirmishes between outlaws are known to happen from time to time. And we are not alone here. This area of space, known as the Forge, was seeded by non-corporeal entities known as the Essentia. The Forge was once a bustling home to a civilization known as the Ascendancy, but all that remains are vaults that contain a variety of mysterious things we have yet to truly understand. As if that weren't enough danger and sorrow in the Forge, there are also the awakened dead, The same strange energies that have given some of us powers previously unknown to our species have also called forth the long dead to arise from their slumber. We have assembled teams of people called Soulbinders to fight back against the hordes of sleepless deceased.
Very cool. A perfectly normal and average and regular sci-fi setting to have. Just some zombies in there, just some, long old vaults, etc.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All the normal things. Yep.
Just having a regular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little Horizon Dawn, a little Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Probably also worth saying, for anyone who is not aware of Ironsworn or Starforged in that case, their games can be played solo, cooperatively, or with someone GMing. In this case, because there's not very many of us, Midnight Gang, rise up, woo. We are all playing cooperatively and plan to use, whatever makes sense / oracles to figure out what happens in the plot.
You're talking about midnight. It's 4:30.
The time zone. Look, it's 10 p.m. here. I'm trying to adjust to the EST time zone of the schedule.
Don't pander to them.
But I feel but that's where New York is. I feel like they just get more credence because of that. We have gotten okay. This is not on topic.
No, that's fine. That's midnight. Who cares?
Are you calling us soulless minions of orthodoxy?
Sure, that sounds cool. Why not?
Yeah. The other thing about this game is that it's by far the biggest PBTA game that I've ever seen. There's so many moves.
Relevant note:
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have played this fully before. I think one person played it of Soul before, right?
Yeah.
I'd never seen the PDF before I signed up for this and secured the spot. I've read Ironsworn before, but this is a whole lot more.
So welcome to the stream, everyone. Happy 72 hours of charity. We're getting the best out of the way first, so it's all downhill from here. Definitely.
Yeah. So I picked this game, one, because I love Ironsworn, and two, because I actually play tested this before it was released. I don't remember how I got into the playtesting server, but for some reason I got to playtest it. So, that's kind of I tested out a lot of what is it like to play solo? Are the oracles any good? Which is kind of important because now we're going to be relying on some of those oracles to be good here now. Yeah. So, should we talk about what we're diving into?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, we are I mean, we're idiots, but we are sort of
business persons.
we are hired guns for an information broker named Eminence Bot. They are asking us to check out the Shrike mining station, and we are being told that, or we sort of know already, that this is kind of this is not a good situation for us. These jobs that Eminence gives us are this is the bottom of the barrel, nobody wants to do this type job. So Hooray for expendable.
Huzzah!
Sounds perfect for our particular set of skills of not being useful or wanted by anyone in the universe.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's an unmissable opportunity.
Oh, glad to have some optimism here.
Yeah.
One of the things you can do at the start of the session, like scroll through the moves ahead of time, is you can do kind of a flashback to like set some stage, introduce something, or do a bit of a recap. Tossing it out there, do we want to do a quick flashback to us actually receiving this job, and then we can make the the roll to like accept a quest, make an iron vow, etc. Because that might give us an idea. Okay, do we just go straight in, or is there some kind of other obstacle in the way first?
My only thing is so we could do a flashback. It's a if that's something that really interests you. My only thinking is that the game asks us to assume that we got a strong hit on the roll.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's kind of anticlimactic.
If we have to roll it again, like.
Oh, okay.
I
was not aware of that then. I'm happy to proceed.
No, that's okay. But yeah, I do think if you want, we could sort of play out the scene even though we already know the result of the roll. If that's something that interests you.
Yeah, I'd like to get a bit of a better look at Imminence and see how that might have gone. We've already confirmed we're basically expendable, but like I'm happy to play that scene out.
Well, I'm priceless, so that's why I'm an inexpendable.
Mm-hmm. We're all under strict orders that if anything happens, if things go badly, Grace and Harville are supposed to sacrifice their lives to make sure that Remark gets out okay. That is part of the contract, actually.
No, I don't think I know what expendable means. I thought it means like priceless, right? That's what expendable means, right? Everybody always tells me I'm expendable, and so it must be a good thing.
We'll get you a dictionary at the gift shop.
Oh, I've got one of those. I use it to keep the table level.
Howard Price stares for a couple of seconds and just goes, I'm glad you had parents who loved you.
Love me like a son, they do. Love me like a son.
You truly are a diamond among coal.
Yeah. I'm a diamond and I'm rough. Yep.
So Eminence bot is I face casted them as Laura Dern. Most people know Laura Dern as the scientist in Jurassic Park. But I'm thinking more like recent Laura Dern.
The scientist. Ellie Sattler. She has a name.
Okay, you know what? It's been a long time. I don't remember any of their names. I remember Sam Neill, I remember Laura Dern, and I remember Jeff Goldblum.
That movie did come out in 1993, so, it's fair.
And no matter how many times I've watched it since 1993, I still don't remember any of their names.
Really?
Yeah.
Dr. Alan Grant?
Nope.
No?
And I don't remember the wealthy billionaire. I don't remember any of their names. But anyways.
You should see a doctor.
That's what the movie's
for. Doctor.
You are?
Dr. Grace Harbinger at your service.
That's what the hand is for. It acts in place of a PhD. Walls are hard to come by in the cold future of space.
Yep.
The only thing that's missing from this mechanical arm of mine is I don't have any leeches.
Oh, I've got some of them. Do you need some? I know a guy. So this job, this space station, how inhabited is it?
Well, it shouldn't be inhabited.
Oh, good. I like that. That's always good. Nice and tidy like.
But I say, and here Eminence is like leaning over this like it's like a faux wooden desk. I imagine wood is probably not something that is very common. They lean over this desk and look at you and say, I must stress, it shouldn't be occupied. There shouldn't be anyone there, but I can't confirm that it's empty.
Well, we don't blame you for that. It's, could be still some stuff in there. That's why you're sending us.
Why I'm sending you? Because you're just so darn pretty.
Because and he tugs on his lapels, trying to look impressive. Because we're expendable. Haha. And he winks.
Can that be the new name of our ship, the Pretty Expendables?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh no! Wait, it's expendable, but it's IBLE, dirigible or
the expendable.
Yeah, the expendable. Yeah, HMS expendable.
Expendable pretties. Okay.
Sorry.
No. That's all good. So let's take a look at the move for. Let's take a look at the move for getting started because I don't know it off the top of my head unless one of you knows it.
Nah. This book was intimidating.
Would that be Undertake an Expedition? I can read a quick summary of that from the rulebook.
I opened the reference guide hoping that would be easier to get through, and then the reference guide was 128 pages, and I closed it again and went and got a beer.
Just a reflex reaction, like no, I can't do this right now.
To answer your question, yes, that I believe that is the one that we want, and we get to assume for this first roll. This is the only roll that's guaranteed to be good. We get to assume that it's a strong hit.
Okay.
Our lovely host seems to have that already up on the stream. So look, if we automatically get a strong hit, we're there. We've made it. We succeeded, guys.
When you trailblaze a route through perilous space, journey over hazardous terrain, or survey a mysterious site, give the expedition a name and rank. Then, for each segment of the expedition, envision your approach. Is this the right one? Am I reading the right one?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
If you move at speed, roll plus edge. If you keep under the radar, roll plus shadow. If you stay vigilant, roll plus wits. On a strong hit, you reach a waypoint. Envision the location and mark your progress per rank of the expedition.
A lot of Ironsworn stuff has to do with the specific progress tracks you do, whether it's for fighting enemies or going places. And then I believe there's usually a completion move that you have to do. So undertaking an expedition gives us progress on the progress track, and then we roll on the whatever the like reach our destination thing is, and then I think we compare that to like our progress to see if it's a strong hit, weak hit, etc.
Right. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's like any RPG game where you can't face the boss until you've done X number of things. Like the door is just locked when you try to get to the boss without doing those things.
You've got to get all the stars. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Otherwise, you just run up that infinite staircase forever.
Yeah. Sorry, Mario. Princess Peach is in another castle.
Yeah. Exactly. Some BS.
So we prepared some descriptions for the Shrike mining station. It is small. It is derelict. It's the.
Does it have atmosphere?
We don't know. We're gonna have to find that one out. I mean, I certainly hope so, because walking around in a space suit makes me feel claustrophobic, but I have no idea.
Where do I see my stats? Where did I put them? Moves, connections,
Summary.
Summary? How summary is it on this station?
I mean, that depends on if we've got atmosphere. I imagine it's going to be somewhere between the coldest winters in Chicago, or it could be, like...
or like the coldest winters of Canberra.
Which is like a nice afternoon in spring. In the northern...
No.
Up here in the northern hemisphere.
No, actually, I looked this up. Apparently, the coldest temperature ever measured in Canberra in like recorded history, at least from the first Google result I looked at, is negative 10 degrees Celsius, which is about 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's gotten past minus 11 in Canberra before.
Okay, so Google is a liar. Good to have that confirmed.
I've ridden my bike to work in negative 11s.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, so okay. How big is this? How big is, because the way it works is like clocks, right? The progress thing. Is that yeah.
It's sort of like clocks. You make progress on vows which operate like clocks. And you have long vow. You have like the bigger, more intense the vow, the more the longer it takes to like, yeah, exactly. And then you're gonna have like a bunch of little vows. So like you might vow to find the six-fingered man and avenge your father. But then you're also gonna have like
figure out who ate the last dumpling.
Right, or get back at those kids who destroyed your cabbage stand. You know.
Oh man,
as the stream,
those kids, fucking yeah.
As the stream briefly saw, each character starts off with a vow. I decided that Harville's starting vow was the epic difficulty vow: own a planet.
Oh man, we're shooting for the moon here.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
no progress marked on that one just yet, but it's aspirational.
Right. So like I have one vow already, which is like sort of like the driving force behind what my character does, anything. Um, and and that's epic. So, that would be like a thing that would take forever for me to do. But then, this job is probably its own vow, right?
Yep.
Because we're swearing a vow to do it.
Yep.
What do you think? It just occurs to me. What do you think a vow sounds like? Like, do you think there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, or, I mean,
I reckon there's got to be like a variation, right? Like some of them are definite.
sure.
Some of them are. It definitely ranges from like you shake hands with like a ribbon, like a special ceremonial ribbon or scarf or something wrapped around your hands, and you also get the like spit shake on it kind of a thing, you know.
Right, and it's also probably like, I mean, the whole idea is like our ancestors, right? We do this before the ancestors, and I feel like even among criminals, like there's some recognition of like, oh yeah, my ancestors got me here. Probably some irreverence around some, right? Like,
Mm,
yeah, sure, my ancestors got me here, but life sucks.
yep.
So thanks, ancestors.
Yeah, glad we're here and not all dead, but make your choice in a slightly better place in in the vast, expansive space to land us.
Right, right. Yeah. So for our vow with Eminent Spot, um, I'm guessing it's more around. It's probably not a spit shake. I can't. I'm just having a hard time imagining Laura Dern doing a spit shake.
Oh, come on.
Um,
Would Eminence have someone else in the room to do the spit shake for them? Like, can we come over here? It's time. All right, Fred, you're up.
I could definitely see like the eyebrows going all the way up. Oh, does she have somebody else to spit in her hand for her, or is that worse?
oh, they probably have. What if it is? What if it's like? What if it's like Renmark goes to spit shake? Holding like, ooh, what is your piece of iron?
Whose piece of iron?
Renmark's piece of iron.
Renmark's piece of iron?
Yeah.
Because the pieces of iron are like old pieces of spaceship, right? Is that's correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it's like a piece. It's like a critical component of Mark 7. So like Mark 7 trundles up. I think. Have you seen those robots that have got the pot plant in the top of them?
I don't think so, but I can imagine it.
They're like a little hexapodal, radially symmetrical thing, with a little pot plant in the top. I think it's like, and it's got two like chappy antennas.
Oh,
Out
so
the
yours
back.
is like really elaborate.
And oh no, I just like yank a piece off of Mark 7, and that's and Mark 7 like powers down after I just like twist and yank this bit out, and that's the piece of iron to swear about on.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
And then after the vow, I have to go and stick it back in.
Okay. Um. So I think Eminence sees you go to do the spit shake, and they're just like, no, 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 just the iron will do.
Yeah, all right then. You don't want to do the fun bit?
I
The
never
fun
get
bit
my
comes
hands
later.
dirty.
Yeah, well, what good are you then if you can't get your hands dirty?
That's what you're for.
Ah, true.
Okay.
We are
So
both for getting
investigating.
dirty and for being pretty.
Yep. We gotta be pretty dirty. Um. So our vow is. Should we set it at formidable? I'm kind of concerned if we set it any lower, it'll be too easy.
Yeah, set it at formidable.
Mhm.
I have my starting vow for Renmark as well, which
Okay.
I've set it troublesome. I might it might go up to dangerous. I'm not sure, but it's get a hold of the materials to build Mark 8.
Ooh. Does Mark 7 know that you are currently planning their demise or replacement?
It's not. No, it's not a demise. It's an upgrade. You see, upgrade.
Cool. Hopefully Mark 7 agrees with that definition.
I just got to say, it's instead of having a pot plant in the top, it's just like a bucket full of tools,
Ooh. That
just
makes
all
sense.
rattling around in there. Wrenches and such.
Okay, what do you want to call the new vow? No, vow, putting it formidable.
So, I just put investigate the Shrike mining station. Does that work for y'all?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So when we get there, we gotta find a way in, and we gotta hope beyond all hopes that we are not gonna have too much trouble once we get in. Whether there's atmosphere or not, I don't know.
I'll be prepared.
World building question. What preparations are there for, the vacuum of space? Like, are there space suits, or is it just like the ships are pressurized? You hope that wherever you're going is as well.
I'm sorry. So I caught part of that and missed the rest.
Sorry. Are there space suits? If we get there and there isn't any atmosphere, is it like, okay, this is just more dangerous, or is it like, no, we can't even leave the ship?
I imagine that I imagine that like if it were not us going to this abandoned station, we could probably get from the ship to a station without our suits, right? The problem is we are going into an abandoned station where we don't know squat. But I'm also imagining that the situation is something like The Expanse, where everybody just has a suit, right? Like, you don't live in space without having a suit that's yours. It's got your own, it's got your funk on it. It's been your suit for some time.
Do you know the thing about sailors in the North Atlantic?
No, tell us about the sailors of the North Atlantic.
And especially Scottish. I know that Scottish fishermen did this as well, but like there's a tradition of sailors in the North Atlantic all wearing hand knitted beanies, and like for I can't remember where exactly it is. There's a town in Scotland where the fishermen, the families all have like traditions of knit jumpers, so that and the case in both is it's so freaking cold that you never see anybody's face, and so the way that you know who the other people on the team are is by what hat they're wearing or the jumpers that they've got on. And like if somebody goes overboard and you pull somebody from the water, you know who they are from what they've got on. So it's got to be like that for spacesuits as well, right? Because when you're working out in space, you've got your spacesuit on, and everybody's is like individualized and personalized, so you know at a glance. Oh yeah, no, that's Renmark, because they've got the orange one with that bit of black around their bit, and the other bit with the stripy bit on the thing, and the weird bubbly bit on the top. You know,
right? Yeah, you're wearing your still suit slip fashion. Who taught you to do that?
Yeah. Just like it's they've got the black one with the sparkly, like the tracksuit pants stripe down the leg. You know,
I'm just thinking about like the equivalent of cutie marks for your like spacesuits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. What does Harville's suit look like?
I think Harville's suit it started off as white, but is now mostly kind of like this battered gray with a couple of like patches across it. And Harville's detailed much earlier. Harville basically always wears like multiple coats, all with numerous pockets. So even when wearing the spacesuit, there's two coats on underneath the spacesuit, then the spacesuit which like bulges outwards, and the third coat goes on top of the spacesuit for easy access to pockets.
God damn it, that's so good. That's so good. Clothes over spacesuits is amazing.
I think the only way it could be better is if it was like a full suit with a tie.
No, it's got it. You got it. Oh man, what about your like hoodie over your leather jacket with your hoodie on underneath, and the hoodie's over the back of the jean jacket. Sorry, leather jacket.
And they need like some like shorts on like for the bottom half, so it's not like mismatched.
Oh man. Now I'm just thinking about college and all the dude bros who'd wear shorts in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Just walking around campus. But Grace's suit is somewhat unique. The arm of her suit seals right where the it seals to her arm, like to the mechanical part of her arm.
Oh, cool.
So she can still use it, right? So she can still use the like it's still a functional tool even when she's wearing her suit.
Yep.
And I imagine it doesn't look cool. Like it sounds cool, but it doesn't look cool because Grace put it together. Like that's her own rigging there.
I've got a problem for you, Jamie.
What's up?
It's gonna look cool because what you're describing sounds cool as hell. In the same way that Guillermo del Toro cannot make a monster that nobody wants to fuck. You know, just like it's gonna be cool no matter what.
This is the curse that you bear.
You know what? I will carry that cross up the hill gladly.
Make your silly little deal with God.
Yep.
Yep. I think. Do I just want to go for space overalls? Like, it's. What if? Or waders? Like, what if you
Waiters are extremely good.
what if you had like a janky ass NASA ass? Oh, what about the British one?
What about the British one? You're gonna have to tell me that one because I am a uncultured swine of an American.
there's like a weird British spacesuit from like
I might have found it.
the BIS Lunar spacesuit. Yes, this one. Like the idea with the big prominent chest piece and the weird arms that have the great big long connect to the torso all the way down into the elbow. The idea is that the round piece on the chest is an airlock, and so you can open your chest piece airlock, put a thing in it from the outside, close it, and then pull your arms out of the arm bits and open it on the inside. And like the reason that the helmet is so slanted forward is so you can look down at something and work on it inside your spacesuit. It's incredibly impractical, and like they didn't. Anyway, the thing that I think is the most important is that he has a leash for what if you wore overalls over the top of this, like pinstriped overalls over the top of this, but he has a leash for Mark 8 so that he doesn't need to be able to like hold his spacesuit is old and broken. It's a piece of shit. He like the magnet boots don't work on it anymore, so instead he has a leash that he has that goes to Mark 7, and Mark 7 does the like climbing all around on the outside of the ship and stuff, and he just gets dragged along by Mark 7.
Oh my gosh, okay, so Mark 7 is the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think
that's
there's
extremely good.
You know the dog leashes that have the like retractable thing on it?
Oh yes.
So you're taking all the slack. There's it's like that, but there's 3 on it. There's one for like letting the leash run out or retract, one to lock it, but there's also one to like stiffen it so that it stops being a leash and starts being like a pole connecting the two of them.
Right, like a proper lead.
Yeah. It turns it into a rod instead of a rope. Yeah.
There's a joke to be made there, but it's just not coming to me. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay, but now I'm just thinking of Mark 7 as like a robo dog. You know, like one of those cheap toys from the aughts.
They are not a dog.
You know they are not.
If anything, they're a handyman, and if anything after that, they are a yabby, a crayfish, a lobster. Little nippers.
We love a robo crayfish doggy.
It's not a doggy.
Where in the list of adjectives is friend for Mark 7?
Accomplice, a co-worker, peer. Have a strictly professional work relationship with Mark 7.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, what if R2-D2 wasn't such a sassy little bitch? And had a bucket for a head?
The universe would have ended long ago is what would have happened.
Exactly.
Okay. Do we pick up with us then leaving to make our way to Strike Station, or to pick up with us having arrived and checking out the situation?
I think it's
figuring out how to get in, right?
Right, okay. because the game asks us to assume we got a strong hit on the setting out move. don't remember what it's called, but
You gotta have you gotta start in media res, surely.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. And we have taken enough time with the introductions and spacesuits. We have 3 hours left.
We are an hour in, yes.
Right, yeah. Okay.
We should mark down live Googling for trying to find that British spacesuit as well.
There's a link in the chat.
Yes.
I'm debating if we should try to find out more information or just go for it.
I mean, is there a gather info move?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yes. When you search for clues, conduct an investigation, analyze evidence, or do research. Roll plus wits.
I think it's like, do we have like a hacking rig, or is it like sticking our face up to the windows?
I mean, I actually kind of picture it more like we're on the ship and we've got something like a spotlight that we're just like pointing at the station, and we're just kind of doing a slow flyby, trying to find like a hatch or something.
It's
right.
It's very like all of the slow spaceship movement in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and like Titanic ROV exploration with all of the like slow movements and the big panning lights. Yeah.
There is a.
Go ahead.
Sorry. There's an oracle where you can check where you can roll for what the condition of a derelict site is. Ranges from functional, limited power to heavily damaged or impending destruction. Do we want to roll on that and see? We know it's abandoned. Maybe it gives a start like whether it was abandoned willingly or whether this was like destroying some kind of battle, and that could then just help decide like what things might actually be going on inside.
Ah.
Okay. I want me to just roll that then?
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Button pressed.
We should probably roll something at some point.
Probably. Okay, I have rolled condition. Cool. New depth.
Limited power.
Is it slash roll? Does it say
appeared,
limited power?
It appeared and then it went. It appeared with 11 limited power and then it is gone again. Are you seeing this on stream? Yeah, I can see it on stream, but I can't see it in Roll20.
Oh, I still see it in Roll20. But yeah, so limited power. Do you think it's like flickering, like as we're doing our little flyby, we can see like lights,
emergency lighting only,
something like that? Yeah,
maybe like a soft, slow strobing, like at least one part, which is like slow fade on and then a slow fade off over a period of like 30 seconds.
Like red lights like that you get on the top of the skyscraper at all of the like extremities of the ship, and that's the only way we can tell that there's any power.
Like low emergency power kind of situation.
Yeah. Yep. Like the emergency power is running out.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
And then talking about to gather information.
I think, can we get can I get out and start trying to like plug into it? Like if that
oh, you just want to go for it. Yeah,
I just want to go for it. Like I want to get out onto one of those blinking lights and like pull some guts out and redirect power from where from the ship to like diagnostic equipment, modifying it so that I can get a readout of what the power situation on the inside of the ship is based on the power that's coming to this light.
Yeah, that sounds like face danger.
Oh yeah, cool. So would you say I want to trigger Gearhead here? When you make a move to craft, repair, repurpose, or modify equipment or technology, take +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Do I want to use my robot as well?
I mean,
why not?
My utility. Yeah,
it's your Krabby Patty.
it is. When you make a move by directing it to access a system, cut through an obstacle, analyze a mechanical issue, or assemble and disassemble a device, roll its health, and take +1 momentum on a hit. Is its health just like how much health it has left, which is all of it? Yes, 4 currently.
Yeah, looks like it.
Cool. Looks like it starts off that way. I'm gonna save Mark 7 for now, and I'm just gonna roll with my +1. So, which move am I triggering? The danger one, face danger.
Face danger, yeah.
With my wits, probably.
Yep. And I think if you just let's see,
if I go to summary and hit wits, is it gonna? Oh no, wait.
Moves, adventure moves. I think from there.
Face danger. Oh yeah.
Wits. Shout outs to the person who made this character sheet, by the way. It's very good.
It's so good.
I can barely get Roll20 to work to play games on, let alone like figure out how to make it do stuff like this.
Oh, I hate Roll20 so much.
So my action score was a 6, my challenge dice was a 9 and a 5, and it won't let me look at the next thing down.
Weak hit. Try just like zooming out on the browser window. Cool.
I made the window taller, and it let me see it because Roll20 is a normal website.
A very good and normal website, yes.
It's very good at what it does, and it is designed well and functions optimally.
So on a weak hit, you succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move, -1.
Say that again? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Succeed,
yeah,
but
this is.
Okay.
Make
a suffer move, but not without cost. Suffer moves. Oh, okay. I think it's funny to just get electrocuted by this thing. Or just like endure. I kind of just want to like narrate it like besides what I see, do I just like get freaked out by what's in this system? Like figuring out what's going on here, or like do I get electrocuted and zapped off of the side of the thing and float out into space, and that's very either hurt me directly or it's really stressful to get,
Maybe you roll the suffer move and then you can decide how dramatic it is.
Yeah,
based on how the roll goes.
Which suffer move do I want though?
Yeah. The 3 basic suffer moves are lose momentum, which is delayed or disadvantage, endure harm, which is, physical injury, fatigue or illness, or endure stress, which is mental strain, shock, or despair. But you don't actually roll on any of these until your relevant stat is at 0 or less. So where it said do the suffer move -1, I think you just take -1 either momentum, health, or stress or spirit.
Yeah, okay. No, I want to take. Can I take +1 supply? Of it just like.
Yeah. What does that look like?
I think what it is it's like, oh, okay, the emergency power's failing, but I still get to do it, right? Like the emergency power's failing. This will be fine. I can just jack into this and get a readout of the internal diagnostics, and I plug into it, and and it's just like, and the station is just like, oh, there's something here, cool, let's send power to there, and it just completely fries my equipment. As this entire station starts to boot back up.
So what do you think we see, the two of us who are not diving headfirst into danger?
God, are you still aboard our ship?
I imagine so. Either like we're aboard the ship, like watching from the cockpit, or like we've depressurized the airlock and we're standing in the airlock in our suits.
So I think what it looks like is like you're watching through a little porthole window kind of a situation out at this clunky, bulky, clumsy spacesuit working away. Renmark's doing his thing, and like you see a panel get torn off, and Renmark just kind of hucks it so it's out of the way, and it just spins slowly off into space forever. And like a couple of big cords come out, and they kind of get unraveled and wiggle around in a funny way, and like unplugs two of them. Sorry, I bumped my mic there because I'm gesturing as I do this. Takes a bit of diagnostic equipment that probably Mark 7's holding. Jacks the equipment into the big hunky, almost like hoses. The wires are so big into the diagnostic equipment. There's a huge shower of sparks. Mark 7 gets like spun off of it, and power starts coming on in the station, and there's just like rotoscoped lightning. We get like rotoscope
80s films.
Yeah, in 80s films and stuff, yeah, where they draw on the lightning afterwards.
You are vastly overestimating my age and or media literacy.
Look, that's fine. I'm an old head, and Brisbane had a rotoscope film festival where they played. I think it was a bar in Brisbane had a weekend where they played movies that feature rotoscope lightning heavily back to back to back for like a whole long weekend or something.
I think I've literally found this festival.
Yes.
Was it called Borlf?
Maybe. Say that again.
Borlf, BORLFF, Brisbane only rotoscoped lightning film festival.
Yes, that one exactly.
What an acronym!
It's great. Hang on, can I change my character's name?
I dropped a great GIF in the Discord chat for reference.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah, like Force Lightning is a great rotoscope lightning. There's heaps of it in Ghostbusters as well, like the proton packs. I'm pretty sure that's rotoscope lightning too. Like the rotoscope lightning is playing across Renmark 7's spacesuit, and there's a big OK symbol. Like, your scuba divers doing the OK symbol where you make a circle with your thumb and your index finger and you raise your three other fingers up. Mm-hmm. From Renmark as power starts coming back to the rest of the ship, trying to play off the fact that I did this.
I can't tell if that's sincere or muscle spasm.
Renmark is a lot of things, but OK is probably the lowest on the list.
Oh, all right.
Do we have live comms to Renmark?
You did a moment ago.
Okay.
You like. Oh, do you get live comms from Mark 7 instead?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Where it's like a little computer voice.
Is this in R2D2 kind of thing where R2D2 talk like the beeps and boops, and Luke Skywalker can just understand what he's saying, but we have to like have like a translator app on some kind of like tablet or device, whatever. We have to like plug in the beeps to boops, get what the actual message is, and then put whatever we need in to be translated back.
Do you want to hear?
Mark 7?
Do you want to hear a stupid Star Wars thing that I don't know if it's canon or not?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the place I heard about it is a more civilized age. That it's Luke can't tell what R2D2's saying unless he's plugged into the X-wing, and if R2D2's coming through the internal comms of the X-wing, it's translated into intergalactic basic standard or whatever it is. But if he's just like rolling around outside, it's just weird robot noises. And Luke's just guessing.
So then Dagobah and RT just fighting with, Gremlin Yoda.
Yeah.
Luke's kind of just like, you know what? I can figure this out. I'm not going to lose space in front of this weird little goblin.
Yes, exactly. And RT is probably like, I know this fuckhead. He was a dick.
So wait, does your suit have like some sort of translation? I think
the translation is coming through over comms, but if you were in the room, Mark 7 would just make weird little noises.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think like beeps and buzzes through a speaker. I think it'd be like the device orchestra or like hard drive music.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know what you're referencing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, the device orchestra where it's all like FPOS machines and vibrating toothbrushes.
Right, yeah. Pretty sure this was referenced on Friends at the Table at one point.
Almost certainly. I think the oratorio might have been it.
That sounds right. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But so did this electrical feedback did it transfer to Mark 7? Like, did you lose
I've
did you lose your grip on the station completely?
Oh, for sure. I've marked supply for like losing the bit of equipment that has been fried, but I'm also pretty sure that I'm free floating in space right now, probably, right? So that somebody can come and save me.
Well, shit. Okay. I guess I'm gonna save Renmark's ass.
Please do. And the rest of him as well.
If neither of you come back, I'll make sure to get a very good price for the Harbinger.
Don't make sure you do. It's expendable.
Only the best. I've only just seen the haunted asset on Grace's character sheet. Can I wait for that to become relevant?
Hang on.
Oh yeah, that's my little ace in the hole plot device. Whoop. I don't know why that's happening, but I need to make a move, so I'm gonna go back to the moves.
Oh.
Yeah, if one thing about like interactive Roll20 sheets is that if one person switches a tab on your character sheet, it switches said tab for everyone.
God damn it. Sorry, that was probably me then, trying to get to the haunted thing.
Or the host as well.
This is more I mean, it's great for the stream, right? So yeah. I'm not mad, but also I need to be able to make this move.
I'm just gonna
our host is doing his best to find us whichever character is not currently being used, so they can pull up the relevant page for the stream.
I'm gonna
ahead.
read it off the PDF like a good boy.
I don't think I get a modifier on this one.
Oh no.
Could you call it command with resolve, command, associability?
You get back here from floating out in space right now, old man.
Roll high enough, and everyone
Is
just goes,
Renmark
"Aye, aye,
old?
Captain."
Is Renmark older?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, that just makes this so much funnier. Now I'm just picturing the dad in fuck, what is it? Pacific Rim. There's the team, the dad and son.
Yeah, no, he's old. In that situation, also, I wish so bad they could have gotten some actual Australians for those roles. Because their Australian accents are so bad, but like shooting the kaiju in the eye with the flare gun and then going, "Oh, I think we've just pissed it off," is like the most Australian thing I've seen two characters do in a film. But yeah, in that situation, he's as old as you've got the son, you got the father, and then you've got the grandfather, and Renmark's age of like the grandfather.
Okay.
Situation.
Yeah, that scene is definitely very Steve Irwin.
Yeah, right.
I did just try and Google Dad in Pacific Rim, and I'm getting 4 different characters.
Yeah.
5.
The person I first thought you meant was the commander, Idris Elba's character.
Oh yeah. I mean, we are canceling the apocalypse, but
that's it.
Yep. Okay, so strong hit. So I think this is I think what Grace is doing here is playing it safe. First she hurls herself at the station and secures like an anchor line to the station, then pivots around and pushes off the station, and manages to grab Renmark, and it's probably like, just because this is space bullshit, it's probably like caught you by the foot as you're drifting further away.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is I got you. So, and I'm sure this is the last disaster that we are going to run into throughout the rest of this little excursion. No problems from here on out.
Mm-hmm. None at all. Oh, I promise, miss.
Cause this was 2 rolls. Should I try and make a roll to like anchor the ship itself to the station, so it doesn't just like drift away while we're exploring?
No, we just need to match its velocity and rotation. You don't even need to dock. You can just park next to it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could certainly try.
You don't dock the ships, you just park them, and then all your little Kerbals get out and ETA. ETA?
Yeah.
I think
And then-
so.
If you get out, you just hit the little like key fob, and it goes like beep beep, and he like comes to you.
Love that joke.
Right. So I think the advantage of doing that would mean
Dwip, dwip.
we don't have to worry about trying to secure it. Like, we don't have to try and dock it with the station.
Yep.
The downside is, that we may not be able to make like a quick escape. Right. Like if this goes, if this goes tits up, we are going to be like we're going to have to like get to where the ship is in its rotation around the station, which could be fun.
Now, counterpoint though says Renmark 7 in this flashback, if the space station's full of some kind of alien zombies or some kind of living goo or big plant that's growing everywhere or ghosts, then if the ship isn't docked to the space station, then we don't have to worry about the goo or the aliens or the zombies or the ghosts or the plants or whatever getting into our ship while we're not looking.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't get no stowaways if you don't dock the ship.
I'm just saying it now, but if we run into the Awakened Dead, we are getting out of here. I'm not fucking with those things.
They're not so bad.
Yes, I'm sure you're just gonna offer them some tea. Yes.
Oh, big wrench. See, the thing about dead people is they're not as strong as as people who are alive and such.
Not as smart either.
Yeah, slower and there was that one, but that was an outlier. Turns out a dead bear is still stronger than a. Wait, is there bears? I don't know. That's a dumb joke.
Space bears.
Yeah. Turns out that
You've saved it.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's just a giant tardigrade.
Aww.
That's more terrifying than a space bear, my goodness.
Aww. And give him a big hug. Be so soft and cuddly.
I think it's the lack of eyes.
No, they got like little newts. Like Pingu newt and little.
Yes, I do.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the giant rotational teeth on the front?
Nah.
No, that's more like a toothbrush.
Little suckies. They're like bristly, nuzzly.
Oh, so you're imagining more like baleen in like a humpback whale or whatever?
I just like there's nothing about them that isn't squashy. That's what I'm imagining. Even their little claws are like plastic that have got a bit of give in them or something. I know that's probably not how it works, but you can't look at them and not imagine them being squashy.
Mm-hmm. They do look very squashy.
So I'm gonna pull Renmark back to the station, and we have access now to the station, right? That was the whole point of what Renmark was doing.
Yeah, it unfortunately blew a fuse. So thought I would. Thought I did. I've got some of the diagnostics, but bit fried. But I got the power back on, so should be able to get in there without too much trouble. And now the power's back on. It's good that the power's back on. That's a good thing. Power's good.
So, just to make a decision, let's just leave the ship in orbit around the station, and you wanna join us here on the station?
Yeah. Come on down. The good news about the power being back on is that it means that the shit that makes the power go works, and stuff that works is worth more money. So it's a very good thing.
It makes sense to me if we mark we mark price at this point because we've gotten power and can we have access to the station to actually get inside the station now.
Yeah.
Cool. So that is one full box then. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave the ship in orbit and come and join you, and we probably just meet up at some airlock just on the outside of the space station.
Yeah. Where is this station in orbit around a planet or anything? Or is it just in deep space orbiting a star like a planet would, like an asteroid or something?
I think it's probably orbiting an asteroid. The Shrike mining station was
Right, yeah.
harvesting, resources from asteroids. And this is the thing Grace would know, right? So the thing about it was this was one of the earliest stations, right? This was one of the things. This was the station that was collecting resources. Shortly after our ancestors got here. I think it's also probably people were living on the station, even if they weren't working, the mining operation, because there just weren't a lot, ships failed, things like that. So people had to move onto the station as soon as possible. But it's orbiting around. It's probably in some sort of synchronous orbit around some big asteroid.
Can I pitch something for what the asteroid looks like?
Mm-hmm. Smiley face.
As long as it's not a pepperoni.
It's not a pepperoni. Just whenever you see asteroids in sci-fi shows, they just look like a big potato. A big grey potato. But one of the things about asteroids is that it's not just one rock necessarily, and it's a collection of loose or separate big rocks that have pulled themselves together loosely with gravity and a whole heap of other garbage that's collected on it. The footage that we have from the surface of a comet or meteorite, or a comet, I think it was, and there's all of this dust that's flying around, it's in the atmosphere, except there isn't an atmosphere, it's just little dust and rocks that's floating around. So the effect that we get is waves breaking against the shore on this asteroid in the background, except it's just all of the rocks of the loosely conglomerated asteroid bumping around against each other and turning over, and there's a waves on the shore effect of the rocks moving around, a really cool Windows screensaver.
Yeah, it sounds very cool, and asteroids and other movies are missing out.
Yep. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. I wish we had gotten to see that in The Expanse. That would have been a cool detail. Okay. Oh, does that mean that there's because it's all based on mass, right? That's why anything in space comes together to make a shape, right? It's all about gravitational mass.
Yeah. So the reason that planets are all orb shaped is because there's enough stuff there that it all pulls itself into everything's evenly trying to get to the middle as much as it can, and so you get that orb shape.
So does that mean that there's probably a bunch of station debris,
garbage
floating around,
space garbage stuck in there for sure?
Yeah, just people just littering, just dropping their little empty plastic wrappers out the airlock.
Come on, this is the future. Can we not have plastic, please?
I'm just picturing
They're wooden wrappers. No, we already decided those were rare.
I'm just picturing a space Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent space trash disasters.
That's Woodsy the Owl. Thank you very much.
Is that what they have in Australia?
No, Woodsy the Owl is the American one that is about not littering.
Oh, this is some. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was like a littering equivalent for Smokey the Bear.
It's Woodsy the Owl, and I only know about it because Louis Zong thinks that Woodsy the Owl is great. And they're like, yeah. I don't know if they're... Yeah, I don't know what Woodsy the Owl's deal is, except Woodsy the Owl exists, and they don't want you to litter.
So should we get inside this station?
Nah, let's keep talking
Probably,
about space junk.
Apparently, one of the taglines was "Give a hoot, don't pollute." Thanks for giving a hoot, Woodsy. Don't be a dirty bird.
I'm trying to find
Alright.
the Fanta can from the bottom of the Mariana Trench. As like a touchstone for garbage in there. But anyway, I can't find it. Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, thank you. Now I have "Mary on a Cross" by Ghost stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I love that song. So if we have power, is the circuitry is fried though, right? So it's not like we can just push a button and open a door.
No,
right?
the circuitry isn't fried. My equipment is fried.
Okay. So we can probably just open the airlock, get inside.
Yeah.
And I suppose we should roll. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna roll for gonna give us a sense of what it looks like when we first get inside there.
There's a derelict zone access oracle. And you can choose area, feature, peril, or opportunity.
I'm guessing area is the one that we want.
We can do multiple as well. Ah, we've entered a corridor. Okay. This also an opportunity though. Okay.
I like this
Control
corridor.
system.
This is a nice corridor. It's a vintage
Just
corridor.
giving ourselves some details here. Somebody else want to roll one of these access? Something that tells us something about what we see inside.
I was considering seeing if possibly a gather information or something like that to try and see if we can find like a map. Because if we're here to scavenge things, then we're probably looking for the most valuable stuff, which would either be in some kind of like computer area or like the engine area potentially.
Yeah, well,
So-
we know that there's a terminal there.
Yeah,
Well,
sounds like a
that's ominous.
Nah, I don't know what that was. What could that be? I don't know.
Well, it does say it was you who rolled in roll 20, so clearly you've been hacked by someone else. Probably one
Yeah.
of your cybersecurity soon.
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, who could say?
This just in, roll 20 is a snitch.
I'm not the GM, so I can't hide it, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Jungle World? I want to go to a jungle world in real life.
I hear the bears are nasty there.
No,
Yes, the jungle
you think-
bears.
Jungle bears. Oh yeah.
They'll feed you to their metal god.
But that's all they need. Just the bare essentials.
Yeah, the bare necessities of life.
No, just the bare essentials of living.
Okay. Yeah, I can roll gather information here, and just if we get something good, then I can. So I think this is
Yeah.
probably accessing the controller terminal station then, and just being like, okay, we've got some power back. See if I can find anything. Yeah. Hold on for about 2 seconds, and I'll see if I can find us a route to wherever we need to go. Quick check. This probably counts as scavenging a wreck, ruin, or abandoned site, so I can use my scavenger asset to add +1 to the roll and get +1 momentum on a hit.
Hell
Yes, do it.
And then adding a +1 to that.
I'm glad somebody took the scavenger thing.
Good news, y'all. I'm good at my job.
Well, at
Why
least one of us is.
Why does that feel like an attack?
if it is, it is not intentional. But just I've never seen a 10 roll in Ironsworn before, so I'm very surprised by this being a fault. So this is a strong hit. You discover something helpful and specific. Path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn, then take +2 momentum. Just gonna bump that up to +4.
Cool.
This is probably then going over and finding the and like trying to like open up the terminal, and there's some kind of like ID code or like password you have to insert. And Harville, not even pausing, unplugs the power supply, plugs it back in, and like hits a button on the console to get it like start up in safe mode or whatever, and then just looks through like some like unsecured like document in the file explorer and is like, hey, I found like the map PNG.
Yeah, it's like
who needs a UI? I just need to like find what I'm looking for in the files.
It fully boots up and tries to go, welcome, new user. Like
I'm here to get rich, not to be talked down to by a computer.
Yeah, right. It like tries to get you to sign up with your email address, and so you open the inspect element and yeah.
Please enter your citizen ID.
Oh god.
Important then. So we found what we're looking for. Where do we want to head? So I mentioned like computer station and engine was being like having like good stuff potentially in them. Is there a specific room we want to like have appear on this map?
It's like a it's a mining facility, right?
Yes.
Do they have an R&D division?
For like developing new like mining techniques, like
yeah,
drills.
Or just like what's the weird shit that they've got here that that we're not going to find anywhere else?
Yeah, what makes this place special?
Or just like even like the vault or something.
What if this is a situation where there's like, so like I grab like the map PNG and it's got all like here's the like the ore storage, here's the drill upkeep, here's the maintenance section, whatever, and there's like a second file just like this is like secret map.png and just has like some weird like laboratory like spot on it that didn't exist in the main one.
Oh god.
Yeah. Where there is something going on that's like a little hidden from just the most obvious view.
It's like
but was still included an official map on the system.
There's a lab in an abandoned station. That's always a good sign.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some good shit in there. Oh yeah. Let's go check
Eminence
that out.
never said anything about a lab.
Eminence rarely says much about anything, just says, here's something that seems dangerous, go do it. I think whatever we bring back, they'll be happy. But the more valuable it is, the looser the leash becomes next time.
Well, tally-ho, I guess.
On to the secret laboratory, where nothing will go wrong.
Where nothing could possibly go wrong.
Before we leave, I would like to just take from one of the coat pockets a small thing, looks kind of like a pencil, but with like a very thick eraser on both ends, and just gently set that down on top of the like computer terminal.
What's
And
that?
that's a bomb. Don't get anything hot close to it, and probably don't walk too close to it just to be on the safe side.
Cool. Yep. Mine look like this, and he reaches into the top of Mark 7 and pulls out a black orb with a fuse, with a little bit of rope coming out of the top of it.
Yes. Is
Well,
that
that's
just
one
sitting in
orb I
like?
don't want to contemplate.
Is that just like something just keep in like the toolbox top section of Mark 7?
Just rolling around in the bottom. I call them
Fantastic.
I call them a grenade because they look like a pomegranate on the inside.
Lovely. I'd probably advise not having anything hot near that one either.
Oh yeah, nah. I just keep it nice and warm inside of Mark 7. It's fine.
It's only a grenade if it comes from the grenade
From
region
Grenadine? From
of
Grenadine, yeah.
space. Otherwise,
from-
it's just spicy metal.
From Granada.
Otherwise,
think
it's just
Granada
spicy
is a
metal.
place.
It's sparkling shrapnel.
I think, Grenadine's the kind of bar syrup.
Yes, Granada
That's-
is a place that
yeah.
grenades could be from.
Yep, I had the wrong one. Clearly, I sourced my sources from somewhere else.
Yo.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Okay.
Okay. So I assume since we have power, we can take a lift to the lab.
What about if it's the little Gundam handle things?
Oh, like the little like wires,
Like
the foot.
No, the little like bicycle handlebar handle that comes out of the wall that you hold onto that then runs along the wall and pulls you.
That's for like when it's like
Oh.
0G, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to be in 0G. This is no fun if with the space station.
Yeah.
We've got like lighting up, but we don't have enough power for it to have a rotation on it so that we have simulated gravity.
Or do
Because
you
this
think
isn't-
this is more like? Do you think it's more like The Expanse, where everybody just wears mag boots all the time?
We have established that my mag boots don't work.
Great.
At least one of
Great.
us is using the bicycle handles.
I could be
Yep.
using one of you guys as a bicycle handle, but
That
I do have.
sounds threatening.
Well, I could be being pulled by Mark 7. That's also fair.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it would be very funny to have you two walking along like a normal person walks, even though that's not how walking would look if you were walking with mag boots. But shooting a TV show, some constraints apply. But like you two walking along like normal people, while like while Renmark is floating beside you upside down, holding onto a leash.
Yeah, so I guess if we're doing that, we're probably that's not a lift then. Are we just like going there?
We could be walking to a lift. We could go to a lift.
Okay. And probably if the laboratory is somewhere like secret, there's probably some more public location we have to go to, and then like find the entrance into the laboratory. So what location could that be? Is like the captain's quarters, like the cafeteria?
Is it like? Is it going through warehouses?
Ooh, so like some stuff where there's like store like spare equipment and stuff.
Big containers, like huge ceilings, lots of big pieces of equipment, like weird loaders and rails.
What if it's like, yeah? What if it's like like ore containment, like giant ore containment rooms, and so it's like ore containment 1, ore containment 2, ore containment 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, wait a minute, ore containment 5, where did 3 and 4 go?
Yeah, and 3 and 4 are the secret lab. Yeah, cool.
Question is, how the fuck do we get in?
Oh, yeah?
Real quick question: Do you want to take a short break in a little bit? So we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Should we?
Okay.
Do we want to take it now, and then when we come back, we do a roll to figure out how we're getting into this lab?
Yeah, we could just
My
cut
su-
in.
my thought was if we roll on like a peril table on an oracle for like something we find like while we're going there, like while we're on our way there. Like, hey,
Yeah,
what has
let's just
gone
do
wrong?
it.
Why is this place abandoned? And then we've got the break to like come back, try and break into the lab and like see how that develops.
Yeah, cool.
That we get a little bit like a cliffhanger or something.
Yeah, right before we go to commercial break.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay.
What's the apparel
Uh,
table?
There's a couple different flavors. There's the engineering peril table, which includes like corrosive leaks, radioactive hotspots, unstable power cores. There's the living peril section, which is disturbing evidence of medical misconduct, repercussions of a medical experiment, the restless dead, product
Oh my
like extreme
god.
temperature,
Well,
etc.
between the fact that this is a previously unknown lab and the fact that our previously established lore says that they're awake and dead, I feel like we need to do the extra spooky option.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where are the... I'm looking at the oracles, and I'm not seeing the perils anywhere.
Uh, I find them by going to the derelict zone, and there's choosing just one of those,
Oh,
and then
okay.
there's like area feature, and you can scroll down to peril.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So derelict zone, living, and then scrolling down to peril, I think has the most interesting ones. Although medical also has like restless dead, because of medical experiments, stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. I mean, there's derelict zone research as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one looking
So
at like
let's-
biological infestation, etc.
Somebody want to just roll this and see what we get?
Sure,
Yeah.
come on.
Okay. Right. I can go ahead and roll that. I'll do the medical one. I think that's might be lean towards what we're going for. So roll on the peril there. We get some malfunctioning medical equipment. It's like on the this is something that we're finding not in the laboratory, but on our way to the warehouses where it's like hidden away. So how does this like become apparent to us?
I
wonder if it's like I wonder if it's something like some sort of futuristic like a space MRI basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And if you don't know, MRIs are very loud. Like they make a loud when they're running, they make this loud thudding noise, and it's just the most awful thing you've ever heard. And I think we hear it before we see it. It's just this loud thudding all of a sudden, and I think we turn a corner, and there's the loud thudding, and there is a nondescript mass laying on a bed, and there's this giant machine that's just running, doing presumably what would be a scan, but it's just running constantly. It's not scanning the mass, it's just running. And there's that loud booming, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, shit. Don't get anywhere near that thing.
Possible addition to this. So the power came back on with Renmark's thing outside. What if, as we like go down the hall, we hear this, this thudding, booming sound, and then just as we get closer, it's not just one machine. There are a bunch of them just scattered throughout the ship.
Yeah.
and they all turned back on when the power turned back on, which means that they'd been running, all of them, when the power went off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What?
Fuck.
Weird.
So this whole time we've been hearing this low rumble, and we just sort of assumed it was like the station's machines.
Yeah, the engines or something. But no.
Right.
Like...
And then, but now that we've turned this corner, we're like, oh shit. This is what's making that pounding noise.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent. Excellent.
The mystery unfurls.
Do we want to shout out the reason that we're here, and then go to break?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, we are doing this stream in support of Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a nonprofit organization. They are a crisis hotline by trans people for trans people. Trans Lifeline also does microgrants, which supply trans people in need with things like money for hormone medication, name change, like the legal, paying for the legal fees to file for a name change, all kinds of good stuff like that. And if you want, there should be a link in the chat where you can click to donate to Trans Lifeline. This is all for our friends at Trans Lifeline. So if you are able, please go to that link and donate. And if not, just stay tuned and continue being a warm presence in our chat.
We've raised $65 so far.
That's not bad for midnight. Yay!
Yeah, we'll take
Midnight gang.
I love it.
Shout out to
so
Nicole, who's the two most recent donations on the. Well, yeah.
Do you have them up in front of you?
It's just Nicole.
Hey.
Hooray! Congrats on starting the stream. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. So yeah, should we meet back in say 10 minutes?
15?
Yeah.
I
Let's say
10.
10 and assume that it'll probably end up being 15.
Yeah, okay.
With our technical issues, it'll be 20.
Get up and have a
All
stretch.
right. All right.
Cool. How are we doing, Zero? There we go.
And we're back.
G'day.
Hey. How you doing? Okay. So creepy, scary, spooky stuff.
Yeah, big MRI machines are going off.
Mhm.
Not just
Uh,
any MRI machines. Space
Space
MRI
MRI
machines.
Yep. Which are spookier for some reason.
Are they bigger? Are they
Not
MRI
just
machines?
spacier.
Are they MRI machines for space state for like putting spaceships through or something?
They
Oh
have
my
more
gosh, that'd be
space
so
inside
funny.
them. There's like they're roomier. You got some good elbow room inside there.
It's like it's like those God, the like 1970s like couch pits, but you get an MRI while you're relaxing in there.
Actually, I think
Conversation pits, is that what they're called?
Ah, the conversation pits.
when we say space MRI, I think it just means it has greeble.
Someone's glued battleship to the outsides.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. It's not really slick and chrome and futuristic and a big glass bubble over it.
I mean, this is a mining station,
It
so
is a mining station, so it's probably
I
greebly, yeah.
I assume nothing looks pretty around here.
Yeah.
I do love we've been back for all about 30 seconds before we went. Let's really knuckle down in this. What does it mean to be a space MRI?
I just wanted to know, like, how do we move forward from this? Like, where do we go from the space MRI machines going off?
I
See
think we
here,
just
I thought
keep
we
towards
were
the
about
lab.
to. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in whatever the hell is on the like MRI bed. Um
I
I'm
think you
gonna
said before it was a shape or a mass. Can't remember
yeah,
what word
some
you
kind of
used.
mass is what I said. And I'm gonna at the risk of conjuring images of the late Steve Irwin, I'm gonna poke it with a stick. Or more specifically, I'm going to poke it with one of the instruments on my medical mechanical arm.
The stick
Yeah.
is a very refined instrument. It's been used by doctors for decades, and you'll treat with respect.
You're not going to dramatically pull the sheet off of the top of it in one swift motion?
If you do, we're gonna be coughing up the dust for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Is it dusty in here?
I bet it is. I bet there has to be like layers of dust, like, and not just like the normal, like, skin dust and whatnot. It's like there's like ore dust
Yeah, like give
everywhere.
you silicosis immediately dust.
Mhm. Like our
Yeah.
mag boots stick just a little less than they probably should to the ground because there's this thin film of like tiny particles on top.
Don't like that.
Yeah, I mean there's probably back in Terminus where like the bulk of the population congregates and does all the good stuff. There's probably like lawyers who are like, running ads that say, you know, were you were you injured in a mining accident on the Shrike mining station? Call, you know,
Yeah.
better call Saul.
Mhm. That is the one space lawyer. There's only one. It's all.
Cool. Okay, so it's dusty. And you're poking it with a stick. Are we rolling to find out what happens? Are we in a
Yeah,
dangerous? Are we in
I
a
think
dangerous
my
position?
I think my arm gives me a bonus to this. Let me just check here real quick.
That's such a game with a lot of crunch thing to say. It's like, oh, I think having an arm gives me a bonus to pulling on a thing check. Hang on.
Yes.
Let me check
yeah,
let me check my GURPS supplement that I built this character with.
Yeah, here, pull my finger. I get a bonus.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know my
Um,
supplement. They go to another school.
Okay. So yes, I do get a bonus to this. So what this looks like is Grace goes up to the device. I'm gonna go with gather information here. I mean, it could be face danger, but I'm gonna start with the assumption that we are just getting information, and I could be proven wrong in a minute here. But so what it looks like is the fingers on this mechanical arm like swivel, kind of like almost like a utility tool, or like a the Swiss Army knife type thing.
Yeah,
And
Long John Silver's hand from Treasure Planet. Yep, we got it.
Yep. I almost forgot about that. Holy cow. Okay.
That's cool.
So now that we all have a solid reference, so there's, one of these fingers has like a diagnostic sampling tool. And she just kind of like scoops some of this mass.
Ew.
Like, yeah, it's exactly that. It is definitely an ew type thing, and I think there's like I think there might even be like an odor to it as she gets close.
When you scoop, does a bit from a deeper layer goop or slop a little bit out?
I don't think so,
Okay, thank God.
because after a few moments, the machine is not sophisticated enough to give us like a full detailed analysis, right? This is not what that does, but it does tell us like it is organic, and may or may not have come from a living thing. So it is organic, possibly or most likely a biological sample, probably from a living thing. It has been cooked beyond recognition.
Somebody needs to turn that microwave down. Oh, yep, good one. Same thought, same brain. Good work. Is it a yeast or yeast extract? What color is it? Is it going to be? You reckon it's going to go all right on toast?
Are you asking
I
if
was
this is
about to make a
Vegemite?
Vegemite joke, but
You did scoop it.
yes.
Vegemite's good, actually. You just need to learn how to use it.
Vegemite, the most inherently scoopable material.
It's so scoopable.
Vegemite scoop gif.
Oh, you don't scoop Vegemite, you scrape Vegemite. If you scoop it, you've got too much.
Yeah, that's definitely a scrape.
Um.
Uh,
Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that
That it's Vegemite?
this is like some sort of biological sample used to test the machine, and pretend that I don't think that this was once possibly a person or creature. Let's just get inside the lab.
How much of it is there?
a person-sized amount or less?
Yeah.
No. It's more like I would say it's probably like I'm trying to think of like a comparative size.
Would it fit inside a
Um,
bread box?
Maybe not a bread box. It's a bit bigger than that. It's more like
An engine block.
maybe just a bit smaller. I was thinking more like a handbag or a purse type size. So it's it's a good it's a good chunk of something.
Like a backpack, a messenger bag? Because when I think a handbag
Yeah.
or a purse would fit inside a bread box.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, probably more towards like backpack.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, I think the Harlow's probably gonna change to see if there's just a really quick and easy, like very obvious like outlet on this, and see if we can just unplug it from one of the power sources. I don't know there needs to be a roll. Do you guys think that's something that would make sense, or is this is this a machine that was brought in and then attached to the current power supply to run it, or has this been integrated into the ship or the not ship station on a deep enough level that there wouldn't be a directly accessible power source?
I mean, if you want me to power it down and shut it off, I can probably power it down and shut it off.
I have to imagine that even regardless of how you know how early on in the station's like setup this was, that this kind of machine would just be something you plug in. um yeah, I can't imagine that it would be something that would be built right into the station. That seems excessive,
Mhm.
especially because machines like this break.
Yeah, cool. Do you want me to be cutting my way into the lab while you two are fussing over the MRI Vegemerite?
Yeah, with that.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to secure an advantage. Make preparations or attempt to gain leverage. I think it's just like this is what um, Renmark does, right? He's the gearhead. He's just like, big door. I can cut the lock out of a big door. That's fine. And yeah, like expertise, focus. Like, yeah, no, all right. Let's get to work, shall we? Pull out the like blowtorch cutter out of Mark 7's head and starts cutting open the.
Now, just out of curiosity, are these all tools that have been sized specifically to fit inside Mark 7? Or does Mark 7 have just an excessively large storage compartment?
Like, you know, you know, like the elephant foot umbrella stand. or like a golf caddy, like, or a bucket. It's just like there's just a whole bunch of tools just shoved in there, and I think it's a little bit of, you know, cartoon logic where I need the things. It's in there. Hang on, let me rummage around a little bit. Clunky noises. There's probably some little, you know how R2D2's got all of those little compartments that pop out whenever he needs them. There's probably some smaller stuff in that kind of a situation.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's a little bit of the old Mary Poppins carpet bag situation going on, I think.
Right. So would you say it's bigger on the inside?
No, I just think there's lots of room in there. More than makes sense, but it's not bigger on. It's definitely not bigger on the inside. That would be stupid.
Yeah,
that would break all
stupid.
known laws of physics.
Yeah, there's just more stuff in there than you expect. There's not
We're
room.
in
there's just
space,
stuff.
not fairyland.
Yeah, come on. This is hard sci-fi.
The hardest.
Hardest.
Hey, can we go back talking about the restless dead and the soul binders, which we rely on to keep the necrotic dead from overwhelming us?
Yeah, we're hard as shit. We're tough boys. Our science is.
Oh Lord. Or the fact that there's magic in this universe.
Yeah, but
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, but you know, we're hard. It's hard. You know, it's hard working out here. I'm gonna mark some. I'm gonna use Mark 7 as well. So I'm gonna mark a thing, and then I'm gonna roll with expertise and wits, and I'm gonna take a +1 for using my little robot friend. And I can't see the last number again because Roll20 is a normal one.
Strong hit, it looks like.
Woohoo!
Wahoo!
Also, don't forget if it says to take like momentum or something to do so, because I forgot to read that out on stream. But I definitely got to take momentum. Yeah,
I'm up to 3 momentum, and I definitely know what momentum's for.
I can give a quick rundown of that if you want.
Sure. But no,
So
not
normally-
for me, for the stream. For
Yeah,
the
of course,
viewers,
of course.
For the viewers at home.
So momentum is a running stat that increases and kind of can fluctuate. When it is positive, after you make a roll, if you roll like really low on the d6, then you can burn the momentum, take it back down to like I think to the +2, and then replace whatever you rolled on the whatever your result was with the momentum. So if you have +10 momentum, you can burn it, and you will like defeat anything except for a 10 on the challenge dice.
Cool.
Negative momentum cancels out your roll. So if you have like -2 momentum and you roll a 2 on the die, it cancels it and like is going to decrease whatever your result is. So momentum you kind of like gain over time and then use it up all in one big burst when it really matters.
Cool.
right. It's kind of like it functions in a similar way to resistance in Forged in the Dark games.
Right. So it's not it. I get to pick when to trigger it.
Yeah, there's a little
Yes.
button on your character sheet that says burn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. So on a strong hit, take both. I gain +2 momentum. Oh. And I get to add a +1 to my next roll.
Nice. And that means we've also then, if you succeed, that means we've found the lab, right?
Yeah. I will have gotten into the lab.
All right. Does
So
somebody
now
want
I'm
to
up to
roll something to
+5
tell us what it
momentum
looks
because
like?
I got 1 momentum from my little robot guy.
Nice.
On a strong hit with a match, it reveals an unexpected advantage or insight and take another +1 momentum. So that's 3 momentum total from this roll.
Match only happens if both the challenge dice are the same number. So in this case it's a 2 and a 1, so it's not a match, I'm afraid.
Damn. It still says I take +1 momentum on a hit.
Indeed.
So I do get. I still get. Oh, so if I had got a match, I would have gotten 4 momentum off that roll.
Yep.
Wow.
Like double 2 or something.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like cut the lock out of the door, push the lock through, and then the door, like, does it creak open, or is it big stompy boots pushing? Is it pushing the great big heavy
big stompy boots
roll the door open?
pushing?
Is it and like the ominous overhead lights, ka-chunk, 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 come on in the lab?
I mean, this is Redmark, which sounds more like Redmark.
That's that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of those two things had a lot more detail and put into describing it. I think we go with that one.
And yeah, it's what's the inside of this lab look like? What's in here? Is it like completely ruined and trashed by whatever creature was locked in here while the rest of the facility got cleared out?
You want to do an oracle for that?
Sure, let's do that. Like derelict medical?
Yeah. I have it up if you want me to roll it.
Yeah, go for it. New zone.
Oh, that was slightly unhelpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean we knew we were in a new zone.
The full thing on the list says new zone via small arrow access. So I think it wants you to then go back and roll on the like derelict zone access oracle as well to see how you get there. But also a roll in the Ironsworn games is if an oracle is not helpful, just re-roll it.
Yeah, okay. I've got the access peril if we want an access peril, but
Ooh, do it.
do it.
Introduce a little chaos.
Foe closes in.
Oh my.
Okay. All right.
Do we just get like the third person camera like the zooming out and we see like something like moving like in like some raptors or something above and like one of like the ka-chunky lights gets like pushed to the side and like wobbles a little bit? So we know something is in here.
Absolutely.
No. Can I give you this? Can I give you this?
Mhm.
Like you hear the ka-chunk. Hey, over here! I've got the lab open, and then there's like a crashing noise. Stone the bloody crows! Rah! And then like Mark 7 comes like skittering out at full tilt back out to you guys, making all kinds of flustered buzzing noises.
Mhm.
He just got. He's just
To confirm, Redmark is still alive, just being detained elsewhere. You didn't just kill off your character.
I didn't just kill off my character.
Cool.
He just got like grabbed. You know.
Redmark got grabbed?
The goo monster or whatever it is, just like he got yanked off screen by a big hook, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when a foe closes in, they close in fast.
They close in real fast. Look, we're 2.5 hours in to this 4-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of which, do we want to mark the progress again because we've now made it into the lab?
Sure.
We're 2 out of 10 on that now. Although we don't have to get the full 10.
Okay.
It's fine. We're going to speed up. We're going to go through these last 8 so fast.
Or it'll be like many games on the anniversary live streams, and it'll end on a cliffhanger.
Never to be resumed again.
Yeah.
So I guess in reaction to Remork just getting yoinked off into the abyss of the lab, Harv, I guess, like looks at Grace and is like, Is this a bad time to mention that my weapon is out of ammunition? And has pulled like a small like knife, clearly stolen from some kind of like onboard kitchen.
It's like
That's not a knife. Sorry. Yes, this is a very fucking bad time to mention
you don't have a
that
big
you're
scary
out of
knife.
ammo.
You don't have a big scary knife in your big medical robot arm.
It probably has a scalpel, but
Mm.
you know,
Not
I
not
don't think there's like a bone saw or anything like
not
that.
not traditionally big and scary scalpels, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're scary, but you know,
Mm.
not big and scary. Um. Okay. Yeah. 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 Uh. Now is a very bad fucking time to mention. Are you telling me? Are you are are you telling me you couldn't be bothered to get some ammo before leaving? I mean, this needs to be on like your checklist. Like you go to the bathroom before leaving, you get some ammo for your fucking gun. Oh my god.
Shrug. Ammunition's expensive these days. And as I walk off, like the coat like flaps open, and you see like at least 10 more of this little pencil explosive just in the coat. Also, I have a 1 in edge, so I was like, why not? Let's not try and give myself a gun that I won't be able to use anyway. Oh yeah, I would like also to slip one of said pencil explosives into the Vegemite goo as we leave the MRI, space MRI.
Oh, gross.
Just
Okay.
kind of like
Yep.
sticking out at an
Yep.
angle.
Good. Good.
You like stick it in there and then it like slumps just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking it'd be more like sticking like one of those temperature like things into a chicken, like a roast chicken.
Thermometer?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
meat thermometer?
No,
Is
a
that what
temperature
it
stick.
is? It just called a thermometer?
It's just called
I
a
think so, yeah.
thermometer.
Okay, I thought it had like a special name.
It does have a special name. It's called a meat thermometer.
Okay. How very unceremonious of that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but yeah. Okay. Does Mark 7 did Mark 7 like record anything?
Oh, that's cool.
We get the little help me wonder my only hope from Mark 7.
Yes. Oh, is it like completely unhelpful in that it's like you don't get what is getting grabbed at all, or are we rolling to like, you know, is this a roll to find out if we got it on the camera, on the recording?
Probably a roll,
Yeah,
right?
probably a roll. Probably a roll. Um, yeah. Analyze it. Yeah. Is this? Sorry, while I pull up my thing again. Is this Renmark making a move for like?
Yeah, because
I
it's
like this as being. Is it either gather information or like face danger?
I'll also say I think that you can make a move with just Mark 7 where you roll using Mark 7's health.
Oh yeah,
Is this Mark 7 making a move?
sure. I mean, Mark 7's health is +3 right now, so
Yeah, and we can still get like a strong hit, weak hit, or miss or whatever, then
yeah,
play it off based off that.
sure.
I'm hesitant to say do face danger just because if
I
you
think it's way
fail,
more interesting. Yeah.
it is way more interesting. And if you fail, I'm a little concerned about what happens to our favorite crab.
There is some rules in the book for what happens if a companion needs to suffer some harm, but they don't just die.
Well, no, it's like I'm the one that's facing the danger. right? And it's
Oh,
like
okay.
if you don't get good enough information, then is it just rolling face danger +3 for how well Mark 7's doing at the moment?
I think the asset card. I think the asset card for Mark 7
Mm-hmm.
tells you how to roll it.
When your utility bot companion has helpful tools at hand. Your utility bot companion has helpful tools at hand. When you make a move directing it to access a system, cut through an obstacle, analyze a mechanical issue, or assemble or disassemble a device, roll plus its health and take +1 momentum on a hit. So its health is currently +3. Like access the system is its like emergency recording protocol.
Makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
It sees Remar go to like crack open a lock, and it's like, just in case.
Yep.
There's always bad things behind locked doors.
Yeah. Like pushes the lock through the thing. Wait, hang on, and you see him like lean down and press the button on the thing, all close up to the. I'm just gonna roll 2d6 +3 because I don't have a button to roll just its health.
Oh, we need the you can
Ironsworn rolls. You roll 1d6 and then add your
Oh.
modifier to that, and then compare that to the 2d10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
You can
technically PBTA, but pretty different rules.
Yeah. Sorry, I just dumb brained it.
You're good.
Is there a way that I can do that using these sheets?
You have a stat that's going to be +3, right?
Yes, I
Wouldn't
do.
you-
It's my shadow.
Then just click on that, and just you should be able to roll, and it should automatically just add the +3. You can just say that this is your bot doing it.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oof, got a 10. Okay.
That's bad.
in the words of Zuko, that's rough, buddy.
Could be worse.
What
Again. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
What does this mean for the recording? Is it a shitty recording, or do we not see what grabbed Renmark?
I think it's just like he steps. You know how you can't see the surface that Princess Leia is standing on, or like the wall behind her when she's making that little recording. She's like Renmark's going, wow, look at that. Hey, what's that over there? And like steps towards it, and then like the front and the arm is out of the shot, and then you see the rest of him get pulled and grabbed, and you hear "Stone the bloody crows." It's a
Oh my god, if this turns out to be Space Magpies, I'm gonna be so mad.
Renmark's just really shiny. That's why they left the robot.
yeah, he's got his weird British spacesuit on.
Right. Let's get Renmark.
Because there's a weak hit, it says, okay, there's a at least looking like face danger. There's like a supper move. Is this worth just saying, okay, that's worth like -1 spirit from both of us?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we just saw our boy get got.
I want you to have something to move forward from here on, though, right?
We know there's something dangerous in here. I think we can move in and get more information.
Yeah,
like
sure.
as we proceed.
So you have a knife
And
I
lots of
imagine-
bombs.
and lots of bombs.
God, this is gonna bite us in the ass, isn't it? So you have bombs and a knife. I probably have some sort of, I don't know, space pistol. I imagine it's got to be some sort of energy-based weapon, right? Because like, if you use, because nobody is stupid enough to use bullets in space.
Can it be the really gloopy plasma guns from Lilo and Stitch?
Gloopy pep. Okay. It's
Like,
been a long
I read
time
that.
since I've seen Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch is great. They have guns, but the guns are like sploop, and the stuff that comes out of the gun like splatters against whatever it hits.
Okay, I don't know what that sound was, but all I heard in my brain was the Yiddish word stoop. So, I can't. I gotta go a little more. I gotta lean a little further into my sci-fi roots. I think it's probably looks something more like not like a Star Wars blaster bolt, more probably like a discharge of um some sort of energy. Um but yeah,
Is it rotoscoped lightning that shoots out of a gun?
I mean that would be cool, but I'm
Like
thinking it's probably more
like a really short bit.
I'm thinking more like it probably looks something like St. Elmo's fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
That thing that we very famously know what it looks like and what its deal is.
There are pictures.
Yeah, there's also some really fucked up videos. Like the inside of a one of those balls that you get at the weird novelty shops that sell cigarettes and boob novelty items, and like the plasma orb balls, like that stuff.
Yeah, I just dropped a GIF in the
In the
Discord chat.
Discord chat.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, fucking god. Yeah, that I know that video.
Yeah, so they're kind of spooky. But anyways,
God, I
I
love
think
the
I'm
way
just gonna.
I love the way that when you shoot it, like little arcs of lightning come off of it as it's flying past stuff.
Yeah, so you still get a little rotoscoping lightning in there.
Hell yeah, love that.
It's just a lot brighter than, Palpatine. Um, anyways, I think this is face danger, right?
Sure,
We're just like barging in.
guns blazing.
Um, I'm wondering. I guess it lets me do a benefit when I do secure an advantage. I'm wondering if it's worth trying to, if that's an avenue to do this first, and have like one person like run in and try and like turn on some more lights or do something else we can get like better see the area.
I want to do the yes and thing, but I'm also like concerned about time.
Mm.
Get in there and shoot some aliens.
That's
Cool.
There's cool
okay.
light
I'm good with
blue,
that then.
Because I feel like the advantage that we secured was like the recording from um Mark 7.
Mm.
Um
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
can the advantage that you secured is that it pulled him up, and so you know to look at the ceiling as you move into the room.
ooh, that makes nice sense. Okay, then another thing, if we are going directly into there's something here, we are fighting it. Is this an enter the fray and we start doing the combat moves? When you initiate combat or are forced into a fight, envision your objective and give it a rank. In this case, the objective probably being retrieve Renmark.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's get into a fight.
Fight, 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 fight. Okay. Options. Okay, so the objective then is routine Renmark. Give it a rank. What rank do we think this is? I think
I gotta look at
troublesome
the options
is
here.
troublesome is every time you mark it, you mark 3 boxes. Dangerous is you mark 2 boxes. Formidable is mark 1 box. I think maybe dangerous, where it could be risky, take some effort, but it's not quite up to formidable level.
That sounds about right.
Okay,
Are you gonna keep track of this one?
sure. I've got it on my
Okay.
sheet as a fight the red mark stealer. Dangerous so far, nothing else there. Okay. And then back to moves. Roll to see if you're in control. If you are on the move, roll plus edge. Facing off against your foe plus heart. Close quarters is iron. Preparing to act against an unaware foe is shadow. Caught in a trap or sizing up the situation and roll with plus wits. Which of those seems to fit?
Oh my gosh. All but maybe preparing to act against an unaware foe. Um
The Renmark Stealer is very good. I like that.
I'm gonna say facing off against your foe.
Okay. Uh, do you want to roll?
I would be happy to roll.
Cool. All right, go for it then. Oh no.
Oh.
I think this thing was ready for us.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up the with the matching stuff. This is a miss with a match. The match should represent a heightened negative outcome, a complication, or a new peril. Things get worse in an unexpected way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Uh. Hmm. What if? Okay, this instantly changes my maybe what we think about what this Renmark Stealer can do. What if somehow in like the 30 seconds it took for us to get to this point, Renmark has been turned against us, and we now have to fight 2 individuals, one of which is our friend.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so good.
That's also a great creature first look. I don't think that the stream can see it, I assume it's just delayed, but it is feathered.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have one more detail. Please tell me if like I'm going too far or anything. But if we see, like, if we kick this off with 2 of us not being in control, Renmark like comes like takes a swing at someone, at one of us, and we see some like of the same looking stuff that we saw on the MRI machine outside. Sorry, space MRI machine, like kind of smeared around Renmark's mouth.
Um he's got it. He's got some smeared on him, not on his mouth, but like
Okay.
but there's like feathers sticking out of the smeared stuff. Right? Like a tarred and feather thing.
Yeah.
I would love to not be like. I would love to be. I would love for you to come around the corner and Renmark's going, "Whoa! I'm a scoundrel." When you make a move by lying, bluffing, stealing, or cheating, add +2. I'd love to get to use that. Just go, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry." God, I'm so glad you're here. Here, come over here and have a look at this. You know, I don't know.
Do we call this the Kieran advantage?
No, oh yeah, maybe.
checking to see if there is if there are PvP rules to be relevant here, but also I don't know if you want to pause trying to read those.
No, we can just shoot a bird. We can just shoot a goopy space bird.
Yeah.
And is there like 8 interfere moves? Can I like interfere with a thing?
There's an aid move I know at the very least, which is
I actually wonder if this would be react under fire.
look at this thing.
Oh, like you're reacting
When-
to me being.
When you are in a bad spot and take action in a fight to avoid danger or overcome an obstacle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your move with being a scoundrel is you get like +2 when you do those things, right?
Yep.
So what if one of us two roll, but we get like a -2 to balance that
Sure.
out? Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're reacting under fire. Between Grace and Harville, which one do you think it is? Does it make more sense for Harville to be in front because their main weapon is like short ranged, and you backing it behind with the?
Yeah, I was gonna
iron gun?
say, with your knife, you probably are moving forward quicker than I am.
Okay. Then yeah, moving forward, Renmark shows back up. Everything is fine. Trying to avoid danger, overcome an obstacle. Yeah, which doesn't make sense here. I think remaining stalwart against fear temptation here.
Yeah, that's the one that makes the most sense to me as well.
Okay.
Or changing the plan.
I think is that wits is my best stat, and I want to fail. I kind of want to fail this.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna do remain stalwart against fear and temptation. In this case, the fear and temptation is my buddy.
Yeah.
Adding in a -2 modifier.
It's just like confusion and shock.
Yeah, that's an absolute failure. Or I can burn momentum to just take a weak hit. I think I will. Okay, so I've burned that momentum. I get a weak hit. I avoid the worst of the danger or overcome the obstacle, but not without a cost. So make a soft move, and you stay in a bad spot. So you show back up, like pop around the corner, and just do a little "hey, gotcha, didn't I?" thing.
Yep.
Just go. All right. That was quite interesting. Where did the and then you do something to like what do you do to hurt me? I'm thinking it's probably like physical harm.
keeping you Is it keeping you distracted just long enough that so that the thing comes up behind you, or is it like you walking up to me to check me, and I just like coward punch you in the face, and you're not expecting it because it's me?
I think I like the monster getting an attack in here.
Yeah.
That means it is in the camera.
That's the Scooby-Doo. That's the Scooby-Doo answer, yeah.
Yeah, and also that just means okay, it is now available to target if we are trying to actually do this here.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I will take a -1 to my health then. We are still Harville and Grace are still not in control of the fight. And yeah, I think this thing's like drops down from the rafters or whatever again. Like talons dig into my shoulders. I'm just tasting feathers for a second. There's like a wing, or not even a wing, just like some kind of leg feathers. It's like shoved into my mouth, and then it's like gone and like heading in a different direction.
Can I add another like first look to this thing?
Yeah.
Radial symmetry.
How many wings?
It's got to be an odd number, so probably 5.
5 makes sense.
Yeah, like if a starfish was a bird.
I'm just imagining it flying, but like flapping all 5 of those at the same time.
It's like it's
either that or like spins fast like a UFO disc.
I think it's like the way it flaps 3 at a time, but each flap the 3 changes, so it kind of like spins in an odd pattern. like kind of like the way that you draw the order that the wings flap is the same way that you draw a star. You know,
Mhm.
from corner to corner to corner to corner to
Yeah.
corner to 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 corner.
And it
Yeah.
kind of flies like when you like spun a top and it's like almost lost its like momentum and started to kind of wobble a little bit back and forth.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I guess I have to shoot the thing, don't I?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got some butter and some toast.
Yeah, I got the Vegemite just outside the lab.
Yeah.
Apparently, so does the monster. If the fact we found some smeared on Renmark means anything.
I think it excretes it.
We were talking about how scoopable it was.
Mm.
Quick clarification: strike is when you were in control and attacking. Clash is when you are not in control and are fighting back.
Oh, good call. Good call.
So the roll can still remain beside, but you can just read off of the clash move instead.
A weak
Okay,
hit.
on a weak
mark
hit, mark
progress.
progress. Yeah, but you are dealt a counter blow or setback. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. Fuck me. Okay. Will you mark a progress
Yes.
for us, Elith? Okay. Pay the price.
Yeah, pay the price is the move where the first step is do what makes most sense, and then you see, okay, they're like, do you want to roll a table or look at some other stuff?
Right.
So
Right.
there's something here that like makes sense.
So I think what it is Grace fires off a couple shots and one of them hits and our chicken angel yes, our biblically accurate chicken angel just gets up in my face like uh oh, what is that monstrous bird?
Rupert?
No, the one that has the ridiculously large beak that
Wooly the literal.
I feel like it start I feel like it
Rex?
starts I feel like it starts with a C. No, it's a bird that exists now. That's
Yeah, I'm saying Balaniceps rex, the shoebill stork.
Thinking.
that might be it.
Yeah, I was looking up stork bill.
But yeah, it's just this. It just gets up in my face, and I think like if I want to shoot in the future, that's gonna make it a lot harder. Because it's a lot harder to shoot something that's right in front of your face. And I think it probably not peck, but like takes a snap at me. And I'm gonna endure harm.
I love the sound that a shoebill makes when it claps its beak closed, because it's like a clonk sound because it's so big and hollow.
Like someone using coconuts to try and like mimic horse
Exactly. Yeah.
horse footprints.
Hoof beats.
Thank you.
Okay, so on a miss, it's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 health or lose momentum, -2. You must also mark a wounded or permanently harmed or roll on the table below.
And that you only roll on endure harm if you are already at 0 health.
Oh, is that oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, suffer -1 health for
Uh,
minor harm, -3 for major. If your health is 0, lose momentum. Then, if your health is 0, or if you choose to resist the harm, okay, so you could choose to resist the harm. Roll plus health or plus harm, whichever is higher.
yeah, because when it says when you face a physical injury, fatigue, or illness,
Mhm.
on a miss, I think I'm just gonna spend the momentum. I think what it is that when our chicken angel snaps at me, um, it catches it catches my arm, and there's a bit of a bit of a tug of war, um, where I'm trying to like yank free my arm, um, and I do get away, but it's like, okay, this thing is still in front of me, and my arm is free, but yeah, this is not looking good for me.
That's no good.
Uh, I I'd like to hold kind of vaguely power of friendship and or like re-rolling a saving throw. Uh, I kind of want to give Renmark here a turn to try and like roll to do something.
Yeah,
And so they can like
sure.
break free from whatever's going on here, like be back on our side.
Like, so I'm looking at the combat moves. Not face to feet.
I'd assume not.
Is this clash? Maybe.
React under fire again, maybe.
React under
That's
fire. Yeah, sure.
because that's the version of gain ground where you're not in control.
Right.
What
Yep.
what's happening here? What are you envisioning is happening here?
Is it like? Is it when somebody's being mind controlled and then they start fighting back,
Mhm.
and it's like
Ooh, that's good.
twisting and
Gripping the head.
contortionism and like a hand shaking, trying to smear the Vegemite off of himself. Is that probably the way I'm describing it? It sounds like it's probably iron,
Yeah.
which I'm bad at, which is great.
Or it could be hard remaining stalwart against fear and temptation.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm also a 1 in that. So
Can I convince you it might be changing the plan?
nah.
You got +5 momentum, you'll be fine.
I got +5 momentum. I want to be able to use it.
Oh, nice.
How'd I do?
You got a strong hit.
I got a strong hit. I succeed and are in control. Gain +1 momentum.
Literally, you're in control.
I'm in control. And like, hang on. Is this like? God, is this pulling like a St. Elmo's fire like big gun out of the top of the utility bot and entering and
Counter
striking?
offer.
Yeah.
Does Mark 7 convert into a gun? Into a big fuck off gun?
Oh, is this? Yeah. Like, have you seen Star Wars Visions?
Yes.
Like, jumps onto my chest, clamps on, all of the stuff falls out, and like charges a big beam weapon from down in the barrel that I've been using as a bucket this whole time.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Does it? Okay, you said St. Elmo's fire, but now I'm wondering if it's more like the that energy discharge that you see in like the Matrix, right? With their
Tesla
EMP
coil?
guns. Yeah, like the Tesla coil guns.
Yeah, sure. Is this? Oh, okay. No, that's fight a battle in it, and it happens in a blur. Do we? Yeah. Well, I'm not in control. Is it just strike, or is it something more interesting here?
You are in control now. As part of the strong hit on react under fire.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at. Yeah. So is it gain ground?
I think it kind of is strike here
Strike. Yeah.
because you
Sure. No.
are.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, just because you sound like you were just doing a bunch of damage to this thing if you succeed.
Yeah. Sure. My iron's +1. My edge is +2. I'm not really at a distance. It'll just be iron.
Okay.
Oh, is it like the big gun powers up and Renmark runs up to this bird and tries to like bear hug it into the barrel? Let's find out. My utility bot is helping me cut through an obstacle. That counts, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, let's burn some momentum.
Nice.
So I go back. So I'm at +6 now. Do I go back to 0 or?
You go to whatever your reset is, which should be +2 by default. If you just
Okay.
click burn, it should take you back to that.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to +6 and then
Yeah.
hit burn, and it takes me back to +2. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, what your reset is can be affected by like what wounds and stuff you've got.
Cool. So on a weak hit, mark progress twice. Can somebody grab that?
Yep.
But you expose yourself to danger. You're in a bad spot. I think this bird. I grab this bird and I shoot it with the big gun, and then the bird starts flying away with me on it. Right?
Makes sense.
Okay, looking at the move real quick. You personally are in a bad spot. I'm assuming not the entire group. I've been waiting for a good opportunity to use my demolitionist path.
Hell yeah!
I'm wondering if now is the time. I'm going to read this out. When you make a move to attack, destroy, or sabotage by deploying or triggering an explosive device, choose the value of your charge before rolling. Normal is 1, high is 2, overcharged is 3. If either challenge die is equal to or less than the charge, count a weak hit as a strong hit. If not, and your action die is equal to or less than the charge, you are caught up in the destruction or set off an unintended effect, count a weak hit as a miss. So, bit of risk and reward here.
Hell yeah! You have been putting down those explosives the whole time.
Yeah. I wonder if this is just because you bear hugged this thing, it survived, and then like was flying away with you, right?
Yep.
Can I reveal that there's been an explosive hidden inside Mark 7 the entire time?
I mean, it can be even better than that. It can be like he's just got like Renmark's just got one, shoves it into the bird, and then lets go of the bird. But it's still your move, you know, because it's one of your explosives.
I wonder if I can dig a little bit then. Okay. I wonder if what I do then is this probably gains too much. My thought process was I roll a gain ground to say that I had passed toss you an explosive, and that gives you a benefit, and then you roll but use my demolitionist path to get the effect from that because it's using an explosive that I gave you. But it feels like it's bending the rules a little bit.
You know what? This is the time for, absolute zany stuff. So just go for it.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
Who wrote this book? They're not here.
Yeah. If they are, we're so sorry.
I'm not.
I mean, Sean, if you're watching, I love your work, but we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the asset I'm going to use here is then the Devotant, and I carry my piece of black iron. It is a very dinged up kind of just square by with like a hole like bored through one corner, probably part of like a equipment panel of a ship like long ago. It is not mine. I took it off of a buddy who died in a bad encounter when I lost mine. It just hangs around like a thin chain around my neck, kind of like dog tags. And I, because they're still wearing spacesuits, right?
Yeah.
So I can't
Yeah.
actually touch it. So I just like put my hand to where it is, just say, uh, you've done worse than this. Come on. And then also just be like, and you too, of course. Good luck. Your grandson's fine. And pay a little bit of homage to my buddy's ancestors as well. And I'm going to gain ground, and I can roll plus wits. And on a hit, I can get momentum or spirit. So I'm going to roll gain ground, roll plus wits to chuck you one of my little explosives. Wrong hit with a match.
Hell yeah. Wait, a match
So
is
on a
bad?
hit, no match.
This
If
is
it's
good.
match is just exaggerates it. So
Yeah,
if it's a
okay, cool.
miss match, that's really really bad. If it's a strong hit with a match, it's really really good. So if on a hit, it's like it's some benefits. On a strong hit with a match, a miracle or sign manifest.
Hell yeah.
Chicken Angel says, "Be not afraid."
And my great grandmother, who once blew up a planet, says, "No, be afraid just a little." Yeah, I'm going to regain +1 spirit and then +1 momentum. I can get an additional one due to it being a strong match. What is the miracle or sign manifesting look like here?
Is it just like the goopy bird is like completely subsumed Ren Mark 7 into it, like being sucked into a tar pit, and then the like
That sounds awful. I'm so sorry for you.
and then the like pencil the pencil explosive is flipping slowly up into the air like 2001 Space Odyssey, and then a hand reaches out to grab it.
Mhm.
And it's Renmark's, or even better, it's Mark 7's hand. Little robot crabby nippers reaches up to grab it.
Yeah, I think it's that, but maybe like the hand misses it first, and the explosive like hits like one of the lights, doesn't detonate,
There you
and
go.
then like ricochets back down to like lands right in the fist that had been extended before.
It's got to hit like two other things first, but yeah.
Yeah, people look at it and go, "Wow, that should not have happened."
Bong, dang. Yo.
Okay, so with that, I wonder. So currently, with where we are in progress, we have six of the boxes marked off. Because this was a strong hit, something goes very well for us. Can we say the effect of the strong hit is to mark progress again, bring us up to 8, and then for your turn, you roll to do like what's it called, the take decisive action
Take
to end the
decisive
battle,
action.
because you
Yeah.
still roll for that one, so you can still use the
Yeah.
demolition benefit.
Oh, so I'm rolling take decisive action?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Take decisive action.
Real quickly, we'll just make sure that like everyone gets a chance in this fight or the situation. Is there anything that Grace is doing like
Yeah.
in this last, most things are resolving to like tip the scales in our favor even more?
Um. You know, I honestly can't think of anything. I think Grace is actually probably putting like some sort of disinfectant paste on the chomped up arm.
Is this us like
Mhm.
dealing with this while Grace is off to do what we're actually here to do?
Oh, that's good.
Like,
We're
Like,
fighting a bird and Grace is like, I'm not getting paid for this.
just like, well,
I'm
these
I'm
chumps have got
stealing
this.
files. I'm trying
Yeah.
to download files from the computer. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
You're
good. I like that.
by the computer, hitting buttons, see the explosive get thrown, start downloading files more frantically.
It's like the little bar is slowly filling up. I know this system. Okay, so I'm
It's a
taking
Unix.
it's a Unix system. So I'm taking decisive action. Roll filled progress is how much? 8?
Yes, 8.
Cool.
Okay, strong hit.
Hell yeah.
And one of the challenge dice would have been below the explosive as well, which would just then turn the weak hit into a strong hit. Would have been below the explosive as
Okay.
well, which would
One
just
of the +1 momentum. If any objectives remain, the fight continues. You are in control.
Sorry, ignore that one.
Okay. There's also an oracle.
Let's see.
Yeah, like.
Uh,
Is this just like the bird explodes?
I think this is on a miss. Maybe you roll this. Oh, on a weak
okay.
hit. Yeah, on a weak hit, you roll the tail below or choose one.
Right. Okay. Cool. Helps if you like read the whole thing. Fight the Renmark Stealer is very funny. Okay, so what? Yeah, now what? What?
Well, if the evil has been defeated,
You hold up a
I
little
think
frog.
then it's a question of can I actually get these files? Because essentially what it comes down to is okay, yeah, we might survive, but like are we going to get paid for this bullshit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because how much we get paid, or like, because our job was to like scavenge, like investigate the mine and find anything valuable. Even if we agree that defeating the chicken angel counts as progress in that, we're 3 out of 10.
What if
we go back and we tell Eminence, oh, we had a great time. Found nothing important though.
What if we scoop up some of this bird and take it for like biological weapons? Like, just be real evil.
Is there an ethics role we need to make for
that?
I mean, how much does an
Yeah.
MRI go for? Because there's plenty of those.
Googling.
They're not cheap, especially not space ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna double the price for that. Okay, if we're talking premium because it's space, that's $500,000+.
Mm.
US.
You had something to say, Jamie?
I'm trying to figure out what this would be, because here's Grace at a terminal trying to download some shit. The thing explodes. Little bits are just kind of everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She probably takes a second to like wipe bits off the terminal screen and maybe remove a piece from her shoulder. But I'm trying to figure out
what the mechanical roll would be for this.
Possible options I will say is if you want to make a roll to see how well you succeed at this, I'm not entirely sure what that might be outside of secure an advantage or gather information. But then there's also down the exploration moves, there is make a discovery or confront chaos, which is you just roll on a table to see, okay, what like crazy thing have you found? It's like in the make a discovery, there's like majestic or unusual life forms, place of awe-inspiring beauty, visions or prophecies of the future, and confront chaos has like a horde of insatiable hunger or fury, machines made enemy, sight of terrible carnage, etc. Yeah.
Okay. I wish there was a button that I could push to actually make it roll.
There is it's just like the bar above the table. So where
Right.
it says rule the whatever oracle. I think you can just click that.
Scroll all the way up to the top of the list. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Ooh, it's a good one.
Okay. So I think it's like there's like there's like there's like a tense like strings like a low strings tension soundtrack going, right? And then Grace is like, fuck yeah, got it. And then cut to the terminal screen, and there's just like that quick moving slideshow type of thing where you see a bunch of schematics
Flicker
coming up.
past. Yep.
Right. And fuck. Mark 7 is Mark 7 didn't get destroyed,
No,
did it? Okay.
No,
that's
no.
why because it was a miracle.
I love this. Okay. All right. Um so we download this. I think. Yes. Yes, we download this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And do we just get out of here?
No.
Like-
We got to take at least one of these MRI machines.
Yeah, we're taking that ones with us.
Yeah.
Probably sample
I
the
love
cube
me some
too.
souvenirs.
I am, and Ren, we can get these out of here. I'm, and then he cracks his knuckles. Forklift certified.
I clap approvingly.
I'm surprised they'd certify you to use a fork.
You'd be surprised what they'd certify me for. And he winks.
That's code for Renmark is also certified to be like a food handler. Cooked fast food for a time before.
I'm certified to give certifications.
Ooh. Renmark can also is also licensed to marry.
He's licensed. He's a licensed notary. Yep.
How far along are we in the progress?
Of the mission, if we count destroying the chicken angel, 3 of 10.
Oh my gosh. So
We're
this
doing
is like,
we're doing a good job.
so we absolutely cannot leave, right? Like, if we wanted to get paid, right?
Unless we just decide, you know what, this was actually a dangerous vow we made, and we're up to 6. In
Maybe
which case,
that's what it is.
if we do one more and get up to 8, we're probably okay.
Maybe that's what it is. That or we forsake the vow, embarrass
Mhm.
our ancestors.
Yeah, that's a big deal in like the Ironsworn universes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What? Hang on. What if? Now, what if? I know it doesn't look good for us getting paid here, but what if we could acquire an advantage uh, on our boss, say, like certain blackmail materials.
Do we actually have proof of Eminence doing anything wrong?
Ooh.
Like
Maybe if we can secure an advantage, like something that either implicates Eminence, like maybe not that Eminence did something wrong, either relating to Eminence, whatever the fuck it was they were doing in this lab, but maybe it's like, um,
what if it's that whoever goes to this place doesn't ever come back? And so there's like other people that Eminence has sent here to be disposed of.
ooh, so we've got like, yeah,
We bring
we've
back
got
like
like
two
the.
other ships of people who went missing under mysterious circumstances.
Oh, do you think we have like, is it like, is it like, essentially their final moments, like recordings of their final moments?
Yeah, like that's what the data is. It's your classic immersive sim journal diary entries where they die at the end of it.
Mm. You're walking around like dead space or whatever, and just someone's like, they're coming for me. I'm
Yep.
seconds away from death. I can hear the scratching on the walls. Quick, let me pull out my my handheld recording device. Make sure whoever comes after me will know exactly how scary these things are.
Dear diary, I'm being brutally murdered.
Oh, and here I was thinking, drums, drums, drums in the deep. They are coming.
My go-to is always the Lovecraft story, where the whole thing's really written by the person who ends up being like stalked by some eldritch monster or whatever, and it literally ends him going, I hear it scratching at the door. It's coming through. Oh no, it's through the door now. It's moving towards me. It'll get me any second now. Oh no, this is my fate. And that's where it ends. Like he's still writing in this journal thing as the monster is moving across the room towards the author.
Dear
Good.
diary,
Great.
the drums, the drums, the drums in the deep.
So let's do two things here. What if okay, so let's roll secure an advantage to see if we can actually get get this extra data and use it to sort of like to blackmail Eminence. And then also let's downgrade this vow from formidable to dangerous, because I do think we just overestimated, like,
How much were we going to get done?
well, and also just like what the appropriate challenge level was for a one shot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Trickery for acquiring blackmail materials?
Sounds like it fits.
And acquiring blackmail materials sounds like scoundrel behavior to me.
That
You
it
know what?
does.
If you've got any goodies left in your goodie bag, now is the time to take them out.
When you make a move by lying, bluffing, stealing, or cheating, add +2 because I am a scoundrel. On a strong hit, we'll find out if I get a strong hit. That was a weak hit.
Beaks.
Oh.
Nah.
I can't burn to get. I don't know.
Yeah, look like you literally rolled a 1 on the d6.
Yeah. Okay. On a weak hit, choose one. take +1. I've been getting +1s for next moves that I have not been using. But that's all right.
True.
Oh, but this doesn't tick a clock, does it? This doesn't give us progress.
No, I don't believe it does.
Actually, we can say that it does because of the reach a milestone.
Okay.
I think it makes word like you advance progress when you say you advance progress.
Right, right, yeah. So this gives us the discretion to. In my mind, the way we do this is we secure this blackmail material, then we got to get off this station.
Yeah, cool.
Which, given Renmark's track record with getting on the station, is not guaranteed.
Yeah, cool. Hey.
Excellently timed delay there.
You're welcome. Wait, am I flying us off this hunk of junk?
It is your ship.
But you know, chauffeur and waddle.
I promise to give you 5 stars on the app.
Thank you very much. What's that gonna be then? Exploration.
Are you asking what the Wii Fit looks like, or
is it just like the because it's not a big ship. It's just got like two MRI machines stuffed into it, like you put a couch into a station wagon, uncomfortably and awkwardly, and you two are both stuffed into the co-pilot seat because there's no room in the rest of the ship. It's stuffed full of MRI machines. As we
wait. So you're telling me we had a chicken angel and now there's no room in the inn?
Is that the third name of our ship this session? The Inn?
What? I don't get the reference.
Oh, sorry. No room at the inn for little baby Jesus.
Oh, okay, right. Sure. No, Kel, little baby Jesus. Anyway, yeah. And we're like getting the hell out of here. There's a jar with black goo smeared inside of it. And like Grace is flicking through files and taking out snippets and clips and compiling them, like making the greatest hits of the awful victims tape. What's
Now
Harville?
that's what I call crimes against humanity.
Boo. What's Harville doing as we fly out of here?
Harville has probably grabbed some like feathers off of the chicken angel back there, like, you know, and the surviving ones, and just like pinned them like next to their bunk, like in the quarters.
Yep.
just like on the wall. There's like a couple other little bits and bobs there. Like some are of like buddies that they've lost. Others are sort of like cool pictures of places they've been to. It's like actual like, you know, moment, like a scrapbook, but just on the wall.
Yeah, cool. That's cute.
And I was going to ask, depending on like how much we benefit from like either like depending on like how big the research is that was discovered from the Make a Discovery and how cool technology is, can I make progress on owning a planet? Depending on how this develops in the future, there's potential.
I mean, I would say yes. Like, I think your I think getting paid and having the blackmail that we have on Eminence,
Yeah.
I would say your overall goal directly ties into like the progress that we made in this little adventure.
Nice. Only 39 more and I'll own a planet.
Hey,
Just gotta kill 39 more angels. And this is, from my understanding, the plot of Kill 6 Billion Demons.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
I'm also going to mark progress because as we glimpsed early on in our journey, my um my sort of like my vow that I made to myself was to take vengeance or take revenge on all those responsible for the factory explosion. So the station has like an exploded factory
We did
on
explode a
the asteroid.
factory.
So I'm gonna mark progress on that, and yeah. Um, is there any final note that Renmark goes out on?
I mean, sure, it's like sitting in the back of the ship, stripping
What's
one
the
of the MRI
one-liner?
machines for parts to upgrade the Mark 7 with. Oh,
Woo!
I can use this. Oh, big fucking magnet. Hell yeah.
We all get what we want.
Yep.
So with that, I feel like that is a wrap on our session of Ironsworn Starforged by Sean Tompkin. I want to thank everybody for watching. Um, if you haven't yet, now is a good time to click the link in the chat and donate to Trans Lifeline. Everything we do here is to benefit Trans Lifeline. They are a crisis hotline. They also do micro grants to help people pay for hormone replacement therapy or name change or gender marker change, whatever the case may be. I want to thank our mods in the chat. I want to thank our tech people who are handling all the streaming stuff for us. I also want to thank Mitchell and Elith for joining me on this goofy adventure and agreeing to jump into a game that hasn't been out that long and agreeing to learn and play with me. So,
You're welcome.
thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you to the people who've already donated and people who will continue to donate as the weekend goes on.
Yeah, thanks, Anonymous. Like, we are doing this for Trans Lifeline, to raise money for Trans Lifeline. It's more than just a bit of fun. We've raised $173 for Trans Lifeline so far. We're still a very long way from our goal of 2,000. But yeah, like, keep at it. There's going to be heaps more fun games for the rest of the weekend. Yeah. Thank you
And
very much, everybody.
as
Good morning.
we have learned as we have learned, never underestimate the power of small donations by lots of people, right?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
thought you were going to say small explosives. But yeah,
those two,
all of the small donations definitely add up.
Canonically, there's still
Yes.
at least 2 explosives on that station I did not remove before we left.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
I wish you all the best. Thank you. That's it for us.
Anyway, have a good night.
Bye.